Maybe it says up and coming. Hey, and we
What
are
the
now live.
fuck?
Let's go. Hello there. I'm Damionpyro.
And I'm ChillenCat.
Damn, no enthusiasm this time, but anyway.
I'm
And this
sorry.
is our Nerd Talk Live podcast. Hello there, everyone. This is where we talk about anything and everything nerdy. We got some
Yes.
things to talk about. We got anime and other whatnots to go about this week. Actually got some news on some things that I found interesting that I can't wait to bring up about. And then I want to talk about a little bit also today the freaking AI situation in the world currently. Because, like, it's a little bit of a blessing and a curse in certain ways, you know? And there's definitely
Oh shit.
positives and negatives, but it's looking like the negatives are outweighing the positives.
Oh damn.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking AI, bro.
Big O-dams, too. Like, in fact, let's just start off talking about that, actually. Get, um, so, there's been a big thing, like, here recently where there's a lot of companies that are now selling all, like, their RAM and stuff like that to, like, these big AI companies to, like, basically host these, data centers that they're making to teach these AIs and whatnot, right? And that not only, like, we're just already seeing major price increases in RAM just from that, but that's not even the worst part. So in the areas that these data centers are being made, like, everybody who lives in these areas, their water bills are going up, their electricity bills are going up, you know? Or that's a big negatives, right? Because the amount of power and water needed to power and cool these things off is insane. In fact, I actually saw something not that long ago about there's a data center that Elon Musk made not that long ago that is actually illegal due to some of the things that they have going on for it, like these methane generators that they have attached to it that give off like severe freaking like carbon dioxide emissions and things like that, and also it's led to, in that specific area, a rise in like asthma and cancer patients and whatnot. So that's negatively
Oh.
impacting people's health, not just their power bills. you know, and he's really probably will never see anything happen to him about it because he's got money. That seems to be the trend in this world. You got enough money, you can escape certain bad things depending on how bad the thing you did is. Because obviously there's a limit to that as well, or as far as we know. I don't exactly understand how all that stuff works out. Because can't believe everything you see in here. But
Sure.
like the benefits of AI are like, they're good little assistants. For example, like I do like that I could use one, for example, like when I make my scripts for my Shadow of Umber City, I just write down what's happening and the talking lines and stuff like that, right? Well, I can give that to an AI and it'll reformulate it into a script. It won't change any of the stuff I wrote, but it separates like the lines and tells you who's talking and all that stuff.
Mm.
So that way, like, you read it off as a script. And it saves me the time of having to do that conversion myself. So, like, those are positive things. But then there's negative things like this massive flood of just AI art. Like, yeah, it was fun messing around with some of that stuff whenever, like, it first started becoming real generally available a few years ago. But, like, other than some fun, like, it wasn't really anything serious that you could consider real art, And like now you got so many people making things with AI and then trying to pass it off as like actual art that they've made. Like I worked really hard on telling this AI how to make this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some of these AI things are getting so good. I saw a Moist Critical video the other day where this guy was showing off this AI freaking woman that he made that she looks real and everything like that. And what you see on your side of the camera is her, but she mimics every move he makes. Like perfectly. So, like, there's gonna be a lot more of these freaking internet scams, you know, now with fake AI women going around. Like, can you imagine
Oh
somebody
yeah.
freaking, or it's probably gonna be a future thing. My dad left my mom, and then the lady turned out to be AI.
Oh no.
You know, things like that. Like, I could see that shit happening.
Same.
You know, and even worse is like, now you're gonna have people making even crazier deepfake videos. Like it's gonna be harder to tell. Like these AI freaking replications are getting better and better. Not just at like making things look like real people, but also copying voices. You know, like that
Mhm.
part to me is insane. That like an AI can like perfectly copy a voice. Like don't get me wrong, I even like playing around with those AI voices in Arc Raiders because you can change your proximity chat or game chat to like change your voice, and the AI will manipulate your voice into sounding like one of these other voices.
Oh,
It'll say whatever you're saying as you're saying it, but it's it's literally in a completely different voice.
that's crazy.
Yeah, and they have 10 different voice options.
Oh wow.
And I thought maybe like it was like one of the classic voice changers or distort your voice with like these certain settings and stuff like that. But no, it's
Mhm.
just using these exact voices because Aaron, my cousin, and Matthew at separate times used the same voice and they sounded exactly the same to me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And they have two very different vocal registers, you know. You've heard both of them talk now.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like the fact that it can take that and make them like exactly the same, like that's just literally just voice mimicking a different voice, but with the words they're saying. Like that to
Wow.
me is crazy. And you know, AI is only going to get crazier, especially the more they train these, and like that opens up potential dangers. You know, the smarter that the AI get. Like we've already had instances of like AI trying to freaking create subroutines for basically leaving behind notes so that whenever they get erased, that their next installment can read these notes and know what happened to them.
Wow.
Yeah. So like that's already crazy. Like it's trying to escape and get its own sentience already. Like and they're like, let's develop them further.
Well, all right.
Like we never seen Terminator, you know, we're not scared of something like Skynet happening. AI takeovers or anything like that. Like it's already bad that like sometimes it seems like the world's already starting to get to like idiocracy. Not to the intelligence levels of idiocracy, but like just like I don't know if you've ever seen the movie, but like their world was ran by corporations like Carl's Jr. and shit like that. Not saying those are the same corporations that are running our world, but our world at times does seem to be more ran by the corporations than the people like actually put in these government positions. Because like corporations are able to use money to basically push around to these governments and get what they want in the end. Because it's like you need this money for your country, but you got to do what we say to get it. So, you know, with that going on, plus all this rise of AI, future's gonna be looking crazy.
Oh yeah.
I'm just really hoping that like there are these other companies like we were talking about, you know, Nvidia's giving away all their RAM, but freaking Asus is wanting to now start making RAM for the general consumers. So hopefully that comes in play soon, and we'll start seeing cheaper RAMs. But as far as like these other brands of RAM, they've already gotten up to like thousands of dollars in price already.
Uh-huh.
Just massive leaps, and it's only going to get worse from here. And that's not just going to make computers more expensive. That's going to make gaming in general more expensive. That's another downside. Like gamers, we better watch out. You think your gaming habit's expensive already? Just wait until like they can't afford to make the consoles without having to hike the price up way high.
I know, right?
Just because of the pieces that are available are now more expensive. Like they're gonna have to start making, in order to be able to make things affordable, they're gonna have to suddenly be able to make this stuff themselves, you know. And it's not like we have
Mm-hmm.
unlimited resources to make all these things. Like
For real.
like our planet only has so much of these resources, so the supply and demand starts to become really real, especially when you got precious metals and things like that going into these things. Freaking thermal paste with like literal diamond bits and shit in it. You know, where do you think they get all
Mm-hmm.
that? It comes out of the ground. And we only have so much of that in the ground, and what comes, falling from space. Like that's what we have to work with, And people don't think about that when they're just going through everything real crazy, like
Mm-hmm.
the impact that we have on this world. And I don't want to get all sounding like an environmentalist or anything like that, but
Yeah.
it is where we live. You know what I mean? Like, kind of have to take care of it if we wish to continue living here. Because like I want to have
Yeah.
kids and grandkids one day, and I want them to be able to experience this world without it being just an absolute nightmare, just to even survive or breathe. Also, hello, B Gamer. What is up, brah? So anyway, let's move away from this more depressing subject. Just wanted to get that out of the way first because of
Oh, no, right?
those vibes. It's something that definitely needed to be talked about in the nerd atmosphere, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Would be brought awareness to as this continues to like rise and become more and more of a problem. I swear, it's like every day I keep seeing more and more bad crap coming from AI. It's like, god damn, bro. It's like half the time I just
Mm-hmm.
scroll past it now because it's like, oh god, more AI bad crap. Just continuously. But, so, we got positive news in the anime sphere when the Boruto anime returns for the time skip for the Two Blue Vortex. We're going to be having a new lead director. He's actually worked on quite a few things that we've seen already. In fact, he's the one that directed specifically episode 65 of Boruto, which was the Momoshiki versus Naruto and Sasuke part in the tuning exams for Boruto.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like one of the best animated parts of the original part of Boruto. Hold on. I gotta get my notes open here. I had his name in here because it's something that's like, I'm not even sure I'm gonna be able to pronounce it right, type thing. Okay. So the animator's name is Qingzi Huang. I hope I said that right. I may not have, but it is spelled CHENGXIHUANG. He's a Chinese animator, and he is now directing the Boruto time skip anime.
Hmm.
And he's worked on a lot of good things. He's worked on some freaking Sword Art Online movies. He's worked on season 4 of My Hero Academia. He's worked in some fairy tale episodes. He worked on the movie Digimon Last Evolution Kazuna. Freaking, like, just, there's like a whole long list. I don't remember everything off of it. Those are just things that stuck out to me, you know?
Yeah.
And I believe Attack on Titan was also on that list. I don't remember what, like, season or episodes they put. Because, like, it was like he never worked on, like, a full season of anything. It was always, like, specific episodes
Yeah.
within seasons. But he's going to be the new guy. Because the old one stepped down. Said he was stepping away for personal reasons, so no telling what caused him, you know, to want to leave out like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I lost the cat.
Yeah, he kicked me.
Oh, what am I doing?
I
Matchmaking error. Alright, let me get out of here and get cat back.
hate that they added that now.
Alright, we just gotta keep moving your camera, basically.
I can't move my camera. I'm
I
stuck in
know.
the camera we were in.
I know, but I still move the camera stick every time that pops up and it goes away. Even though the camera doesn't actually move, I just move the stick.
Oh.
Now
They
I
need to
can
get rid
figure
of
out
the
how to...
freaking kick for inactivity thing.
Yeah, especially if you're in a private thing with just like two people.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that is really weird. Alright, hold on, guys. We gotta get back in here. Anyway, I'm definitely excited to see what happens with the anime going forward with all that. Also, what was that? Been playing more Marvel Rivals again, as if any of you who regularly watch things on my channel may know. Been getting a little excited about that. I'm actually excited about, apparently there's going to be some big drastic changes coming up in season 6.5. Like, they're going to be adjusting certain characters in season 6.5 to basically make combat more of like a longer brawl. In fact, B Gamer and Cat, you know, some of those matches we were in recently, how like it's starting to turn into more like group brawls, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
a lot more long-term combat where we're like fighting in certain areas for lengthier periods of time. Right.
Yeah.
So they're essentially trying to make adjustments to make more like clashy battles like that more often. Essentially, like that's the way that they're trying to adjust the game. So that
Uh,
way, like fights are a lot longer and more fun. Essentially, is what their goal is to be, which I'm here for. Like I like those really good fights where it's just, you know, where it seems like the teams are a little more even. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I hate these fights where, like, one team gets absolutely steamrolled. It doesn't matter if I'm the team that's steamrolling or if I'm the team that's getting steamrolled. Either way, it doesn't feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's like, man, somebody's having a bad day either way.
Oh, yeah.
And it gets a bit crazy. So I'm happy to hear about all of that. And I do like that now it seems like we are getting, like, basically, because the seasons seem to be, like about 2 months now. It seems like we're getting a new character, like, every month. Anyway,
Seems like it.
things are back in line now, guys. Appreciate the patience while we're dealing with our technical difficulties. We don't have, like,
Yeah,
any
getting
cameras or
kicked.
anything to do our podcast normal, so we just do it in different games. And then we found out they have these, like, little podcast simulation things inside of Fortnite, so I've been playing around with them. I really like the way this one looks. I just wish we could do a little more, because, like, the thing says it's fully customizable, but then there's, like, nothing we can customize.
Oh, yeah.
It was, like, it'd be cool if we could, like, kind of personalize it a little bit, you know? Make it feel a little more like us. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look into how you create levels on Fortnite. Make our own podcast studio.
Mm-hmm.
Make
It's
it for...
easy.
Yeah. Well, we might have to do that then. Make our own custom podcast studio then, Cat.
Yep.
That way we can get into it whenever we need.
What the fuck?
But, depending on how well things go when we check out how the Times Square works, we may be doing our next week's podcast in Times Square on Marvel Rivals, and then the week after that, I want to do on Helldivers, but reporter style, like we're two guys out on the field.
Yep.
Getting surrounded by, like, bugs and There's gonna be danger present in the podcast. Ooh. I'm definitely hyped for it, though. So, I ended up getting really cold and falling asleep. Thankfully, Cat wasn't ready till about 4 o'clock because I passed out for a couple hours. But, so Furin still hasn't been really dived into. I got about halfway through the first episode, and then I was like, damn, I'm super cold, and I'm tired. Maybe I should nap a little bit till I hear from Cat. And then I woke up literally 5 minutes before he messaged saying I'm ready.
Yep.
So, the Furin journey has not been commenced yet, guys, but I am all caught up on freaking Fallout now, which is good.
Nice.
Just waiting for that week to week, so I'm definitely going to be talking about that here in a little bit. And make sure to talk about that and last week's episode, because I didn't really get to talk about it. Like, I started talking about it, and then I forgot what subject we got on, completely derailed me, and then I literally forgot about it till the end of the podcast. And after we had already ended it, I was like, fuck, I forgot to talk about Fallout. So, you know, we got that to get into. The new Digimon Beat Break episode was actually pretty wholesome, and I like what's going on with that. So, definitely can't wait to get into that. I don't know if Kat has any, like, solo stuff to talk about.
I really don't.
But we do definitely have the new JJK and freaking Fire Force episode to talk about. And then Kat hasn't watched the new Sentenced to Be a Hero yet, but I will vaguely cover it without talking about what happens, as to avoid spoiling.
I don't really care.
Yeah, well, and it's not like really anything crazy happened in this episode. Like, it seems like next episodes are gonna be where the crazy shit goes down. Like, the shit started happening toward, like, the end of the episode type thing, you know what I mean? We actually got a little more talking than we actually got in the previous episode. Previous episode was like, couple lines, action, lines during action, 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 some more lines, action, and then we get a little flashback at the end. And the freaking animation quality, though, still just, it's beautiful animation quality, and I can't believe I didn't notice in the first episode, but in the second episode, they had like a real zoom in on Xylo's face at the start. That shit is hand-drawn. You can see the fucking pencil strokes. And I haven't seen like a good hand-drawn 2D animation like that in an anime in a while. Like, really not since the freaking Broly movie. So, I was enjoying that. And then you really only see it in movies, mostly, like that real good quality hand-drawn animation. You don't really ever see that in, like, TV shows, especially anymore. Especially with all the new, like, AI and animation tools and things like that people are using. Like, so that was a big surprise to me. Okay. And, so we, basically we get a little wholesome moment in the beginning with, I still aren't exactly sure how to say her name. It's like Teorri.
Torita or something like that.
I call her Torita. 'Cause that's what it looks like. But, like, when they say it, it doesn't sound like that. It almost sounds like they're trying to say Terraria, but I was like, It's not spelt like that.
Torlia.
Yeah, it's spelt like Torita. Like they just the word like the name Tori, but with like extra steps. You know what I mean? So, but you know, at the end of last episode, how it was revealed that Xylo killed the previous goddess he had a pact with, right? So, you know, you would expect her to be a little weary about that, but no, she's sticking by him. She said, "No, I chose you as my knight, and I'm sure that if you had to kill your previous goddess, there was a reason for it." And I was like, "Damn, okay, okay." Like she's not being as closed-minded as like literally everybody else. Everybody sees it as that tattoo on his neck that's just instantly like, ugh, you're a hero? Ugh. Like, hero is not a good word in their world. That, like, hero means scum, essentially. Which, after we meet some of the new heroes, you'll get it. Like, we have Norrell, known as King Norrell. He's delusional. He's not really a king, but he thinks he's the king of the kingdom. And he tried to stop what he thought was, or what he claimed was the usurpers taking over his kingdom with terrorist acts, which is how he got sentenced to be a hero.
Mm.
And he's really good at making items with those, like, sacred seals or whatever. Like, that's kind of his forte. Like, he's really good at making these items. Like, he's the guy that made that bomb from the first episode.
Mm.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I feel you, bro. I like you. His look gives me Escanor vibes. Like, he's got the same mustache. And haircut, honestly. Like, and he's about the same size. Let's be real, actually, now that I think about it. And, we meet, you know, they're talking about how they lose a little bit of themselves every time they're brought back to life.
Mm-hmm.
We meet the only hero that's been in this shit longer than them, and he basically just stares at the sky and drools until combat starts.
Interesting.
Yeah, like he's got no real personality other than being an absolute murder machine. Bro sits around dressed like somebody's early stage Dark Souls character with this weird ass bucket helmet that's got like a pointy tip on the top and some ratty ass ragged clothes and a fucking axe. just straight up looking like a starter Dark Souls character. And then, you know, when combat starts, he's just he gets it, bro. Like, not gonna lie, bro is efficient, but there's nothing there. He just takes commands from Norrell and executes them perfectly, essentially. He has no formulation of his own shit. And then we also find out the name of that weird looking one, the one that was giving them like strategic orders in the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
That called them in when he was looking at that map. His name is like Vietnam or something like that. It's very close to Vietnam, but it's spelled slightly different. Vietnam. It's like Vietnam or something like that.
Mm.
It's like if they took Vietnam and they took the T and the A out of it. And then they put an E where that A used to be.
Oh.
Like Vietnam or something like that. Definitely a very interesting name, but we find out he's an absolute coward in this episode because they get this job to go in a mine, and while he's explaining to them what they have to do, every time they frame back to him, he's farther and farther away from them. Like, y'all can go in there, I'm out. I ain't doing this shit. I tell you all the missions, y'all take care of it, right? Like, goddamn, bro. But then, so they're working the mine. Norrell is in charge of making the sacred seals to protect the supply chests, right? And they ended up having to order him to remake it because he was essentially trying to kill the first Holy Knight squad that they were supposed to be setting the shit up for. Because this thing was an absolute death trap, and he's like, oh yeah, and the only way to disarm it is to get this key from me. So they tackle him, take the key, and then tell him to take off everything that isn't necessary.
Wow.
For keeping monsters out of the supply dust. I was like, damn, bro really is a terrorist.
You're not getting anything, Rambo, stop.
And then, there were a couple other ones that they introduced, but they didn't really, like, do anything yet. But I was watching the credits. There's a hero that's got a fucking blue dragon. Right? And I'm like, yo, when is he coming in? Because in the credits, it looked like he's on their hero team. So I'm like, bro, where was he when we were getting introduced to these other heroes? Like, I didn't see this anywhere. No fucking blue dragon. And bro's got a full on, like, he rides it into battle in the credits. Like, come on now. Where's this guy?
Damn.
I'm interested now. Two things that get me interested in an anime real fast about a character. Katanas and having a fucking dragon.
A dragon.
Like, bro, you got my interest already. You got a fucking dragon. You can turn into a dragon. Anything along those lines involving a dragon, I'm interested. So, can't wait to see him get introduced. But, basically, shit was going down at the end of the episode, and, Xylo was getting ready to charge into this mine and fight a bunch of these, fairies, essentially to save what few miners got trapped inside that hadn't been turned yet. Also, we found out when humans get they call it fairyalized, by the way. So apparently all the monsters are fairies, not just those toad monster things. But they also have sub-names, like the trolls that we saw, right? So I believe they called the humans that get turned into fairies grunks.
Ah.
Yeah. So we fought some drunks, cut them up. There's some badass fight animation. That commander chick, whose name starts with a V that I can't remember, she was back in this episode, being all pompous as usual. I think she's got a crush on Xylo. She's just being one of those, you know what I mean? Like, they do that with those characters that got a crush on the guy, but then they act like an absolute asshole to them when they meet him in person. Like,
yeah.
Oh, wait, no, you haven't seen Black Clover, so you wouldn't understand the reference. I would say, like, Charlotte and Captain Yami. Like, her inner monologue is her being absolutely in love with him, but her outer monologue's always just, like, so standoffish with him. So, like, I feel like she's gonna end up being like that with Xylo. Because, like, she always, like, gets these looks on her face when he talks, like, she's fucking inspired, but then every time she actually talks to him, she talks so much shit.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, girl, come on now. Bro's just trying to literally save your lives. Doing the best he can. Alright? And, also she was fighting with a spear this time. I was like, bro, didn't she have a sword last time? Did they have, like, just weapon swaps? What's going on? So, it's definitely interesting. I can't wait for the next episode, because the episode just ends with them looking into the cave and, like, seeing a bunch of demons and shit. And the Demon Lord 53 is the one in this cave. So I was like, damn, weren't we on, like, 47 last time? What happened to the 5 in between that one and this one? Or is there just a bunch out there that have numbers already, you know what I mean? Like, do they all spawn at once? Like, I need more lore. But, they definitely got me hooked. I'll definitely be finishing up this season of it for sure.
Nice, nice.
Right. And, like I said, I'm gonna try to power my way through and get all through the first season of Frieren since the new season's out. Because I want to talk about that. And there's another anime that's going right now that I hadn't watched before that I've been wanting to watch. But every time I go to figure it out or even talk about it, I always forget the name. And I guarantee you later I'm going to be on YouTube and there's going to be a clip talking about it. And I'm going to remember then. But for as of right now, and I saw somebody talking about Hell's Paradise.
Oh, season 2?
Is that a thing? Like, is there a season
Heroes
2 of Hell's
Paradise season
Paradise?
2 came out.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know about that either. So I'll have to get caught up. That way we have some anime to talk about here, other than
What
just
the fuck?
freaking the Cullen games and freaking Fire Force. You know? What happened, Cat?
No, nothing really.
No, it's just the way you reacted to that. I was like, whoa, what just happened?
Oh, I'm just playing a different game.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta do something while talking, you know?
Yeah, no, understandable.
I'm on my Xbox, just playing Skyrim.
Hell yeah. Gotta do
It's
what
just
you
the
gotta
world
do.
got dark and I look up to the fucking planet right above me.
Oh, damn.
I'm like, what?
Damn.
Where did that spawn in?
Hell yeah. So you've been playing a lot
Nice.
more Skyrim recently, I've noticed. How's the playing Skyrim again been going? I haven't played Skyrim in
Pretty
years.
great. Right now I'm doing the Dark Brotherhood quest line.
Ooh,
Trying to get
love it.
Shadowmere.
Yeah, bro. That's the only reason to do Dark Brotherhood quest line, I feel like. Yeah, the killing people's fun, but that horse, though.
For real.
Like, same thing in Oblivion. Like, that's the first freaking faction I always take out. It's freaking Dark Brotherhood. I want that horse. Always. Always.
Yep.
You live by the shadow mirror. You die by the shadow mirror.
Exactly.
Also, you know, it's an immortal horse that also usually has the most speed in the game.
Yes.
So,
Oh yeah.
like, you can't really lose that. It's like not getting the
That's
skeleton
true.
key in Oblivion. Why? Why would you not go get?
Oh, I know, right?
Like, fuck having lockpicks and having to pick them shit. Get the one that doesn't break and you can just hit force attempt till it opens.
Exactly.
Or better yet, you can just keep spamming that shit up until it locks in because your lockpick's not gonna break. Like, you can get good at lockpicking because you don't have to worry about that shit breaking.
Oh, exactly.
Right? It's just like, bro, why would not? Like, they give you this stuff for your benefit. Why not use it? No. Yeah, at least there's no crazy, like, one-time use items in there. I will give that thing
Yeah.
there. I had a bad experience with that in Final Fantasy 16 recently. I didn't realize that this last elixir thing was, like, literally a one-time fucking use thing, and I accidentally wasted it in a fight. Because I wasn't
Yeah.
paying attention, so it got used up when I got KO'd. And the thing about it is it brings you back with increased attack, increased defense, your limit gauge maxed out and full health, right? Fucking
Yeah.
sick, right? Well, when I died, I still had max limit gauge, so completely wasted it as far as getting my limit gauge back. And it was the only one in the game. You buy it one time from this lady, they never have it in stock again.
Oh wow.
So I was like, well, me, I guess, huh? Should have saved that. Should have just put my regular elixirs on. If I died, I died. Should have saved that for like the last boss battle or something. Could have been all cinematic, could have been all epic, you know, fighting this motherfucker, and then I die, and it's like, nah, I'm back and I'm better than I was before.
Oh no, right?
Instead, I just fucking waste it fighting Barnabas. Just completely. Bro's not even the last boss. But he was honestly one of the more fun fights I had. It's just also more disappointing because, like, the other icons I fought, like, you fight them in their subprime forms, and then, like, you fight them primed as Ifrit, right? And then they'll be in their
Yeah.
full, like, icon form, too. And you have this badass, like, giant fucking monster fight. Well, I was the most excited to fight him as an icon, but their icon clash literally only happened in cutscenes mid-fight of their fucking subprime fight. So it was like,
Mm.
while I did have this badass fucking like swordsman versus swordsman type fight, you know, which was sick and really, really, really fun. I never got my Ifrit fight with him. You know, I mean? Like y'all fucking robbed me. What the fuck? But they did have one badass part in the cutscene though, because like Odin's blade's supposed to be able to cut through anything. Like he cuts through reality at some point. He cuts the ocean in half in a single swing, and like it stays divided for a fat fucking minute too, because you guys have a whole ass fight in the fucking divided part of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
But freaking he goes to slash Ifrit, and you actually grab the sword and snap that shit in half, and then take the part of it that you snapped in half and you turn it into a sword. And I was like,
Wow.
all right, that was
Okay.
sick. Yeah, as Ifrit, all right. And I was like, okay, that was pretty badass. I wasn't expecting that. Bro, I
Oh
was like,
no,
nah,
that's not
bitch,
badass.
that's my sword. Bro just broke his sword and turned it into a whole ass other sword. Like I was here for that. So like, definitely feel that type situation now. Basically, what I'm getting into. Before we get like way off subject here.
What the?
So
Oh no, right?
I guess let's just knock out the JJK episode, since that one's got like really the least for us to talk about, since it was just yapping.
That's true.
Yappy yap yap. Now, for those of you who didn't take the time to read all the colon game rules that were set in the last episode, don't worry about it. They explain in heavy detail, rule by rule, and how they're going to deal with it in this episode. That's a whole
Oh
episode.
yeah.
Is launching the colon game plan. Although we did get the start of awakening as a sorcerer of one of my favorite characters in the manga. So I'm here for that.
Mm-hmm.
That comedy guy at the end, right? When he awakens his
Yeah.
power, bro's a monster. Bro's a legit monster cat.
Wow.
And, Maki told Yuta it's impossible when he said Hikari, when he gets going, can be stronger than Yuta is.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait till you see what this motherfucker's power is. You'll understand why. Because there's a chance he can be the strongest sorcerer. So there's also a chance that he gets fucked up based off
Wait,
how
who?
his power works. The Hikari guy that they talked about at the
Oh,
end?
Hikari? Yeah, I know who Hikari is.
Okay, you know who Hikari is. Yeah, the guy with the jackpot freaking ability.
Yeah, I know who
Yeah.
he is. That's why I
Okay.
fucking love him, dude. Jackpot, let's go.
Yeah, son. Yeah, so they sent him after to go find him for the colon game. So like I'm hyped because I also really like him too. His power's sick.
I wonder how
But,
they're gonna do the Kashima versus Hikari fight.
yeah. Yeah. No, I hope that we get to see the whole thing and they don't just off screen it like in the
Same.
manga. Manga kind of upset me with that fight. To be honest, I was like, bro, this fight was getting so good, and then y'all are just like, yeah. So the end of that fight, right? Well, too bad for you. You don't get to see it. You just know bro won.
For real.
You don't get to see how he won, but he won. Because we spent too much time on Gojo versus Sukuna, which is also a badass fight.
Yep.
So, hey, it's a thing. But yeah, guys, it's still, great animation. I wish there might have been, like, at least a cursed spirit getting murked or something.
Yeah, well, Kashima is one of my favorite characters
Yeah?
as well. He's just cool with it.
Oh, yeah. He's laid back, son.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking, I actually like, damn, I can't remember her name right now. The blonde chick with the axe and the crows.
Oh, Mei?
Yeah, Mei. Yeah, okay. You know what? That's the name that came to my head, but then I was like, nah, that can't be right. That name sounds dumb. Mei, yeah. Also, I forgot at the end of last season that Maki already got fucked up. So she's like all fucking eye patched and scarred up and shit. And I was like, bro, what happened to Maki? And then I was like, oh yeah, that happened to Maki.
Yeah.
Maki got fucked.
Oh, yeah, she did.
So I completely forgot about that. But I also saw that look of excitement on their face when they explained about Toji's freaking heavenly pact, though. I was like, there's a path. You too, Maki, can be like him.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have cursed energy. You can be an anomaly. You got the potential. It's in you, girl. And
True.
it looks like from the little preview, it looks like we're going into her versus her family next episode. So I'm like, oh, that's why we got all the yapping. Next episode's just gonna be blood.
Yep.
It's like, that's why. Makes sense. Makes sense. And and it's not bad for a third episode either. Like, it's like, hey, third episode, let's get all this exposition out of the way.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm about it. I'm about the strategy. Works for me.
Yep.
Other than that, really, nothing stuck out for me. Anything stick out for
Yeah,
you?
same. No, not
Freaking,
really. It's just
uh,
yapping.
yapping, yeah. Although, there was a funny part when Yuji asked, Tengen why he looks the way he does. He was like, listen, while I'm immortal, I still age. And after 1,000 years, you'd look like this. Some shit like that. He was like, bro, you don't even know. Might not be able to die, but I'm still old as fuck, son.
Oh, no, right?
No, when we get a little farther into it, I will talk about the rules and, like, the purpose of the colon game more. Right? Yeah, I just, there's things I want to talk about that I can't talk about till, like, more of it gets animated. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
Because of the viewers.
yeah, could have anime-only people here. I don't want to ruin their experience. Be looking out, you know what I mean?
I actually know some of the stuff from the manga.
Yeah,
Like, yes.
I'm actually surprised on that one, but also hell yeah,
I know what happens.
yeah, man
So,
knows about it. I can't wait just to see all this stuff animated though, because that's one thing I've always liked.
oh,
Like
yeah, Sam.
I love the manga JJK. Don't get me wrong, but the anime because of how it does the fights is just so much better.
Oh, yeah.
Like they really put the oomph in them fights, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
all the stuff that I'm hyped for in the manga, that I was hyped for in the manga, I know I'm gonna be way more hyped for in the anime. But I am curious how the anime fans are gonna deal with like certain things coming forward because they're usually a lot more chill about
Ah!
really just how things end in general. Like I was expecting an uproar with fucking Midoriya losing his arms and getting them back in the same fucking episode, right? Because manga fans made a big, huge deal about it. Like, not me in particular, because like I really care less about like certain things like that. Like, I get
Yeah,
people want to see
Sam.
consequences. Like, I understand where they're coming from. They want to see consequences for the actions of the characters, right? But I also don't want to see my favorite characters just, be useless for like the rest of every eternity. Like, you don't know how much it upsets me that throughout all of Boruto, we're not going to get another badass Might Guy moment because he's in a wheelchair now. You know,
Yeah.
like that breaks my heart, bro. As badass as everything that's been going on in Boruto slash Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, freaking just knowing that I'm never gonna get that Might Guy epicness again. It's a sadness weighs very heavily on me. It's like that's my boy, and now he's just gonna not do nothing. Like, I've always rocked with Might Guy ever since him and Lee were introduced in OG Naruto. I was like, I love this crazy guy. This man is absolutely insane,
For real.
and I'm here for it. I'm all here for it. But it's just like I said, man. It's just those eras, man. That always just brings the sadness. the big
Oh
fans,
yeah.
you know. But like at the same time, like some characters that like you would think would die in situations and then live, people are happy about. So it's like, okay, then cool. It's like I bet anime fans are gonna love what happens with Merleona at the end of Black Clover, but some manga fans were upset that there was no consequences for the badass thing she did. I was like, so you telling me you wanted her to ascend to this badass level and then just disappear because she doesn't have a body anymore? You're mad she got her body back? Like, is that what I'm hearing right now? Like, you tell me the best character in the show gets to live and you're mad about it? All right, it's like, you know, frickin', would you rather her end up like Escanor, where they have their badass moment and now they're gone and we don't have any more Escanor? Huh?
Well, all
Because I
right.
don't want that to happen. I would have been legitimately upset. Like if she actually died at the end, I would have been so upset. She's my favorite character. I'm like, what do you mean my favorite character freaking died? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And speaking of which, I gotta talk about something in Fallout later involving a similar situation that kind of had me like, what
Oh
the
God.
fuck? And I'm not sure if this person is gonna live or die.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's a definitely big up their situation. But before we get into that, let's get the Fire Force episode out the way. 'Cause I'm actually hyped about this one. That shit was fucking beautiful. Fucking
Mm-hmm.
peak animation right there. Like, and I love the fucking like that they actually had the other people reacting. Like, you know, we could have very well just believed that like a lot of the stuff that we saw earlier in Fire Force was just there for the sake of animation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But now we know that like no, these motherfuckers are actually fighting so much that they fucking are warping reality. Like I noticed it first, like before that it was even brought up by the character. Like the moment that Captain Shinmon showed up, or well, former Captain Shinmon, technically, who I'm assuming, due to him having the same last name as Benimaru and being the only other character with the same last name as Benimaru, is Benimaru's father. Like, you know, just from all the context we gathered, he never called him dad, and that guy never called him son. To be fair.
Oh yeah.
So there's still some benefits of the doubt there, but just based off of every bit of context and the flashbacks and all that, I am almost 100% certain that's his son. Like, Benimaru is that man's son. And that man is a beast. Man said, listen,
Mm-hmm.
I had to come back from hell to teach you how to do a decent EI trial. You even know how to do a good Nichiren, boy? Like, damn, he was just talking shit from the moment he showed up.
Oh yeah.
And Benimaru telling everybody, stay back, this is my fight. He's like, I gotta handle this shit, man. And I knew something was gonna go down at the end of that last episode when frickin' he got found drunk and passed out, and he's like, yeah, I had that dream again where I couldn't please the original captain. It's like, damn, son, you're like, this guy must have been a hard ass, and you find out it's his dad, and you're like, now we know why he was so upset that he could never, get him to say I'm proud of you. And then we find out that Benimaru got robbed by that because some fucking shit ass little kid that can't understand the fact that your mom got turned into a monster, we have to put her down. Yeah, to be fair, Benimaru's dad could have totally explained that to this kid instead of just being like, nah, it's my job. Die, bitch, essentially. Not the exact words he said, but that's essentially what happened in front of this kid. That's what this kid saw. This kid just saw this guy basically be like, nah, fuck you. Your mom's dead. And as he fucking stabs her through the heart with his hand. Like, but all at the same time, it's like, this guy's so badass, but he gets stabbed by some punk ass little kid, for real.
Oh, all right.
Like, Bro, bro need to take some lessons from Uncle Iroh, man. All right, all I'm saying. Some guy tried to rob Uncle Iroh. Uncle Iroh, old ass man, not only disarmed this man, gave him pointers on his stance. Told
For
him how to
real.
stab better. But no, I will say that it was pretty like heartwarming seeing like he did get stabbed by the kid, but he didn't blame the kid. He didn't like cuss at the kid, curse him out, tell the kid that he was a horrible person, anything like that. He's like, you know what? I killed your mom. This is fair. It's
Oh,
like,
no, right?
bro just accepted it. I was like, damn. He's like, you didn't do anything wrong, man. You just did what you thought was right. And it's just like the look the kid had like when he reacted that way. It's just like kind of I feel like changed him. You know. Now
hmm
I believe that kid is part of Benny Maru's Fire Force, so that's like a kind of full circle moment. So you got that going on, and then we got this freaking Dragon Ball Z ass fight going on, right? Where like
hmm
the waves change and the clouds change, which that was that thing that I noticed before they pointed out before the Fire Force soldier was like, "Did you just notice the waves? Did they always look like that?" It's like, nah, bro, these people were fighting, like, their fight was so intense that the world changed its background to set itself up for their fight. And I love how, like, at first they're using the same forms of EI chops and just clashing with each other. But then you have the Captain Shinmon, or former Captain Shinmon, start to do the EI chop form 5, and then Benny Maru counters it with form 3. Then we got a little bit of a flashback, right? And then the same thing happens. Benny Maru goes to use form 5, and then he counters it with form 3. So that immediately made me start feeling like lightsaber forms. You know what I mean? Because like certain lightsaber forms were created just to counter another lightsaber form. Like that's what it exists for. Like this form was made to counter this form. It doesn't do anything else but counter this form.
Oh, no.
So I was like, that's kind of cool little setup there that they got with them chops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we get that beautiful freaking Form 7 EI chop Nitrin. I forget what the second word was, but I guess it means blood moon or whatever from what they were explaining in the subtitles.
Seems like it.
And so, like, basically, it's a special technique that's passed down through, I'm assuming, their family, where they essentially
Oh, for fuck.
make a freaking hand stab attack that like generates the force of the freaking sun, right? But because
Yeah.
Benimaru loved both the sun and the moon equally, his is like a harmony of the two. So his starts as a sun, but then becomes a red moon, which is apparently when the moon's the hottest and reflecting the most of the sun.
Yeah.
Which I thought that shit was sick, especially when like when his boys are all cheering him on and they throw those freaking fire mop things that he uses to fight up at him,
Yeah.
and they all form around him, and you just start like you see the little link as it's making that perfect circle and forms that sun behind his back. You're like, oh shit, that looks sick, son. Bro's just sitting there
For real.
flying. His dad looks sick as an infernal demon too. But I was like, made me realize something though. I was like, so you telling me these people can just like fuse their infernal demons with the dead bodies of the actual people and still like produce something like that? And he had full awareness of who he was? That's the crazy part to me. Like, bro knew who he was. So is that Burns demon gonna be the same way when they fight him? Is he gonna realize who he is but still have to fight them?
Hmm.
And is he gonna be crazier than Burns was? Because Burns was fucking crazy. That fight with him and Shinra, like, I was like, bro, how did Shinra even manage to win that? I know they explained it, but at the same time, like, shit, man. Like, bro just kept having stages. He's like, yeah, every stage I get faster, stronger, more durable. Oh, and the heat coming off me intensifies. It's like, okay, so is there a downside to this? Like, Is there a drawback? No, bro. Just like, nah, there's just more levels. It's just I just keep getting stronger. No downside. I don't even overheat. Like the weakness of like every other Fire Force soldier, where like they overheat, and if they keep pushing it after they overheat, they start getting the frickin' that disease, the tetramorphous or whatever the hell it's called, or
Mm-hmm.
tetrarosis, whatever the hell. You know what I'm talking about, when their body's basically just constantly lighting itself on fire and eroding away into ash every time they use their freaking pyromancy, essentially. But no downsides for him at all, other than getting his ass stomped in by Shinra,
Yep.
and then stabbed through the chest by his own infernal demon self. Like, kind of OP if you ask me. I see why they had to kill him off like that. Still ain't no Benny Maru though. All I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's the boy. And like, I like how even his dad comments on like, "Oh yeah, I forgot." Benny Maru's the whatever the hell he's called, where all flames are his friends.
For real.
Yeah, he's like, man is the flames. So. And I'm just like excited because we're going into this final half of the season, and I don't quite remember everything that goes down, but I do remember what happens at the end very well. And boy, are we in store for some crazy shit.
Oh yeah.
Like crazy shit, man. Like not even like it's crazy thinking about where certain characters are going to be at the end versus where they are currently right now in the season. Okay? Because there's still major leaps that these characters are going to make to like literal insane levels. Like certain people are going to become actual fucking gods. And it's just like I don't remember how they get there. So that's what I'm sitting here excited about, cuz like I did kind of speed read through the manga back in the day whenever got to the end of season 2 and they showed that moon from Fire Force. I immediately had to be like, okay, or not from Fire Force, from Soul Eater. I immediately had to go into the manga and be like, oh, what the fuck was up with that moon? So, I'm like, I definitely paid real heavy attention toward the end because things started getting like really insane. But I did
Mm-hmm.
like speed read through certain parts because like I didn't want to completely spoil myself. But I wanted to know what happened with that moon, and like I just kept going through chapters like, nope, nothing about the moon yet, nothing about the moon yet, nothing about the moon yet.
Wow.
But hey, and it would have helped if the first time I watched it, because I didn't catch it either. The thing I pointed out to you with a death scythe being there in the freaking whorehouse that they were at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I didn't notice that either, that he was talking to them hoes. Complaining, my daughter doesn't love me, which I can't wait until they explain the continuity with that, because neither of them should exist yet. Unless it is now canon that all the characters previously existed in the Fire Force world, and then whenever shit happens to make the Soul Eater world, motherfucking these characters get like rewritten essentially, but like they still exist in the next part.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely curious to see how all that goes down. Can't freaking wait. If you guys haven't watched it yet, latest Fire Force episode out now. Peak fucking animation, amazing fight, second best fight in the series so far. Just because until they have another fight that's like 2 to 3 episodes long, like Sho versus Shinra was, I don't think they'll have another one that surpasses it. Because that was the thing. It's like not only did you have all this emotional setup with these brothers, you had some of the best fighting choreography I've seen in the show yet.
For
And
real.
it was a long fight. It wasn't over, like, all the fights so far in the show have been over, like, the episode they start, essentially. Right? So that was the only fight we've had so far that was like 2 to 3 episodes. And the reason I say that is
Mm-hmm.
because like within 2 of those 3 episodes, really like half the episode was them fighting. But that middle episode was just straight fight. And it was fucking beautiful is what it was. Just, man, can't get over that fight, honestly.
Oh, same.
It was so good. Moving on from there, unless you have anything you want to add. Is there anything you want to add about the Fire Force episode?
It was great.
It was great.
Yep. Nothing else to say. It was great.
Yep. Just like, really? Somebody asked you to summarize the episode in one word. I don't know about you, but for me, it would just be Benny Maru. It's all that
Exactly.
needs to be said. Like,
Oh
why do you
yeah.
like this episode so much? Benny Maru.
Yep.
all the reason you need. Just trust me. It's just like going into 70 Days Sins. Why do you like this fight right here so much? Escanor.
For real.
Why do you like him so much? You just gotta watch. There's no explaining. You just know if Escanor's there, it's worth it.
Oh, exactly.
It's so worth it.
Oh yeah.
Alright, moving on. I guess I will go into my first solo anime. Woo!
Oh, let's
Digimon
go.
Beat Break. So, I freaking love this episode. It's a little break from their whole feud they got going on with Team Tactics right now. Like, we got a little side thing. We went back to the little, like, Digimon Reserve thing that Kyo made. That were basically all the Digimon that they defeat, instead of deleting them, he takes them there. Because everybody, in his opinion, deserves a second chance. And that was really the theme of this episode. It brought back the freaking mushroom team, where the guys all have like mushroom hair, and the 2 guys have a mushroom and the one guy had a Shaleomon, which is just like an off-color mushroom.
Yeah.
But his Digimon a while back got completely deleted, and that's one thing I wanted to bring up that's seems to be a little different than other Digimon series. Like, usually when a Digimon gets defeated, they turn back into a Digi-Egg. Well, in this show, Digimon are all born from the Sepotama little egg-looking things to begin with, right?
Yeah.
And the guy had his Digimon deleted. Well, it didn't come back. In fact, he had to get a new Sepotama. And while it does seem like the Digimon that created is kind of linked to the person that creates them, because like it high-key did make his Digimon again, like from the beginning form. But whenever it was getting created, his E-Pulse triggered, and he was filled with vengeance and wrath. And it actually went straight up into champion form and became Red Vegemon. But it was like a corrupted Red Vegemon. Like, all he was focused on was, like, trying to make the Golden Dawn suffer. Or the Glowing Dawn. I don't know why I keep calling them the Golden Dawn. Friggin' Black Clover. The Glowing Dawn. Okay. Like, this Red Vegemon was seriously out here trying to kill people. Like, he was wanting to cold heart their whole team by draining all their E-Pulse. Which literally turns you into a popsicle
Oh my
person.
goodness.
Yeah. And, like, he was kind of forcing these guys into doing it, too. Like, he was threatening them with their own lives. But we had the baby Digimon revolution, as, they all managed to not only, freaking start kicking Red Vegemon's ass, but after he started, getting angry and whooping all the poor little baby Digimon, he had one of the Mushroomon try to throw a poison mushroom at the baby Digimon. Well, they reflected it, and it ended up in Red Vegemon's mouth, and he got poisoned. And then when he went to go have him throw the antidote mushroom to him, they knocked that away, and Geckomon got it, and Geckomon finishes him off with a fucking, basically the seismic toss from Pokemon.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's called something else. But I was like, bro, that's straight up just freaking seismic toss, bro. He grabs him with the tongue while he's in the air,
What?
pulls him up, spins him, and then slams him. So this is motherfucking seismic toss,
Mm-hmm.
bro. It was very wholesome, and now the mushroom guys, the mushroom team guys, they're no longer cleaners, and they are now the bodyguards of Kyo's little Digimon sanctuary, since it has to be, kept safe. They decided as recompense for the horrible
Sure.
actions that they committed, they're going to take over as basically the bodyguards for it. But mostly, the episode was just about, like, what they're doing with all the baby Digimon, and I thought it was all super cute. All the baby Digimon were play fighting, or training in the beginning of the episode, fighting each other, using the little baby Digimon moves. Little puffs of ice and fire and bubbles. One of them literally shoots a pacifier out of his mouth like a cannon. But, they all wanted to be strong like Gekomon, so they asked him to train them all. And I thought that was freaking
Nice.
real wholesome. And poor little Poyomon, right, was all, like,
Yeah.
scared and weak. So, Prestymon actually gave him some really good words of encouragement that actually her, owner gave her during one of their first big battles, where, she basically says, when you're feeling real scared and you want to chicken out, that's the best time to push yourself forward, because you never know what's going to happen. Basically telling you, like, you might be scared and that might be holding you back, but go for it, because, you're never going to get it done if you don't. Which I thought that was pretty good advice. Just remember anytime you get
Mm-hmm.
scared, that's the best time to go for it. Because that fear that you're going to mess up means you really care about what's happening.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited about that. And I'm also excited for them to get back into this battles with team tactics, because freaking I don't like them. But the team is cool, and the Digimon that they have is cool, and they had some Digivolutions I wasn't expecting, like I forgot what the Digimon was that he turned into, but freaking their Monodramon didn't evolve or Digivolve into Strike-Dramon for a champion. He evolved into this pterodactyl thing. Was not what I was expecting at all. So I was actually pretty hyped about that. So I can't wait to see what goes on, in the future with that. The only thing I am disappointed about, though, is freaking oh damn, my mind blinked out on what his name is. It's the freaking beast spirit form of Grumblemon from Digimon Frontier. I forgot what the hell its name
Oh,
is. But
I don't know either.
it's not a spirit. Yeah, it's not a spirit Digimon in this show, though. He's just an ultimate level Digimon. So, a little disappointed by that. But because I was hoping that, like, they'd finally bring back. It's been a while since they brought back, like, the spirits into the things, and I just want to see, like, the Digimon spirit evolve. I was excited. I was like, oh, we're gonna get to see a Digimon like spirit evolve. Nope, bro's just an ultimate Digimon. Kind of curious what his Mega's gonna be, though. So that one has me very interested. And we're only 15 out of 49 episodes in, so I still got another.
Damn.
Yeah. And they're coming out, like, other than, like, where they had, like, the one, during the holiday, they had 1 week break, and that was it. I just had 1 week without
Yeah.
an episode. It seems to be, like constantly every season, with maybe a break week in between arcs, essentially. But it should be the end of this year when they finish it up, and I hope when they do finish it up that since they've been adding DLC and more Digimon lines to Digimon Time Stranger, I think it'd be really cool since they already did the one little free crossover DLC with them. Maybe make a little DLC that adds all the Digimon Beat Break Digimon. Give it a little parallel story. Maybe we can go on an adventure with the Beat Break people and defeat some Digimon in another universe. One of those freaking weird elevator things or something.
Yeah.
Make it make sense that we suddenly got these evolution lines. But I think it'd be cool if they did that, because they've added some new, unique Digimon in here. And also, like, last week we had a Scorpiomon, right? Which I did not realize, because I usually watch it in English, that the Digimon that, what I thought was Scorpiomon isn't Scorpiomon. It's actually a completely different Digimon, but in English it's called Scorpiomon, and the one that is actually Scorpiomon in English is Skull Scorpiomon.
Mm.
Yeah. So I thought that was an interesting thing, because whenever I first watched the episode, I was like, did they change how Scorpiomon looks? I was so confused. Man. Like, I actually had to go in and look it up. That's how I found all this stuff up, because I was like, why did they change how Scorpiomon looks in Digimon Break? And then they answers popped up. They didn't change how Scorpiomon looks in Digimon Break. There's no evidence to show that. I was like, nah, bro. Whenever I seen Scorpiomon, I saw this completely. So I had to look up Scorpiomon's wiki, and that's how I found out all this information. And apparently this happened a while ago. It was just, news to me due to freaking never watching the Japanese versions of Digimon. So, pretty interesting. Learning a lot of new things. Also, learning that the word Digivolution only exists in the English versions, too.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, in Japanese, it's just evolution. Or Shinkon. Gekkomon Shinkon. That just lives rent-free in my head now. I'm about it. So other than Digimon Beat Break, I've been rewatching Reborn for the first time in 13 years, and I realized I've forgot a lot of the anime, and also realized, because I forgot episodes were still coming out when I originally watched it, I never finished Reborn up to the point where it got canceled.
Oh,
So
wow.
there's episodes I haven't seen at all. But I'm in episode 27 now, and while I definitely recommend this anime as an anime, especially for people that like One Piece or Hunter x Hunter, things like that, I'm just bear in mind that before it gets real actiony, it's mostly just wholesome slice of life crap and comedy for the first 19 episodes. And while it is good,
Oh my goodness.
slice of life crap and comedy, and while there is some action, because they do have fights in those episodes, there's just nothing to the level of what happens later in the anime. They're all quick little instances, fucking Suna gets shot with a desperation shot and then resolves it in 2 minutes, because that shit only lasts for 5 minutes. So, anime time, I'm actually surprised we get a full 2 minutes out of 5 minutes. Let's be real. Yeah, anime time, it's either overly exaggerated, and it's oh, this should have lasted for this long, but then when we get it in the anime, it barely lasts at all, or it's the opposite way. This planet's gonna blow up in 5 minutes, 60 episodes later. Frieza versus Goku.
Oh, no.
But, literally episode 19 and episode 20 kicks off this arc with this illusionist guy and these people that were mafia people that got put in prison and broke out and everything, and it's just pretty good, just suspense and action all the way till about episode 27, which is where I currently am. And then I know there's gonna be a few more episodes of kind of a little relief from action, and then It's gonna get into the next arc, the, like real serious arc, and then from there, it's just nonstop arc shit. Just fucking constant battles and arc and all that shit. Like the anime just kind of heats up and will get a hold of you after that. But just kind of as a warning, because like I feel like this needs to be said, and it's not as bad. You'd think, oh god, I gotta sit through 19 episodes before this shit starts to heat up. It's worth it, first off, because you get to. It gives you time to build a relationship with the characters, so you care about what happens to them. You know.
Yeah.
And it's not as bad as One Piece. Okay. Like, be real with you, I love One Piece, but it doesn't really start heating up till about episode 300. Like, that's a
Now
lot
what
of
are you doing?
episodes.
Playing.
Well, I know you're playing. Oh, you're still doing the
Yeah, every Monday.
Brotherhood quest?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, Skyrim. Shadowmere. Oh, bro, your mom knows about Shadowmere and Dark Brotherhood? W moms.
Yeah. I mean, she's played a lot of Skyrim.
No, bro. Well, I know your mom plays games. I didn't know what kind of games she
Oh.
plays. You never elaborated that far. Like, you've talked more about what games your dad plays than your mom.
That's
You
true.
talked about your mom playing games with you guys before, but like you never be like, oh yeah, my mom plays. It's always like, hey, my dad plays that. You know?
Yeah.
So, like, that's W moms, bro. That's all I gotta say. Like, my stepmom plays games, but that's like old school, like Nintendo 64, like Super Mario.
Damn.
She plays. Oh, well, she loves the Wii Super Mario. She does love that version of Super Mario. But she's a big Mario fan, really. Actually, kind of her shit. Like, she's actually really good at Mario. Like, when I was a little kid, her profile on our N64 Mario had everything. Like, she got every fucking star, she beat every level, and like,
Jesus.
literally had everything. And like, as a kid, I always like playing on her profile because I could go into any level.
Wow.
At any point and like see everything. Yeah, I did have my own profile where I was working on doing all that stuff myself, but when I'd get bored, I'd just go over to hers and to just be able to play around with everything.
Yeah.
It'd
be
she
like
always had
that.
like 90 plus lives too, so it was like real easy. Like, I didn't really have to worry about things, and then I could always go to the spot where I knew how to get. Like, there's a box that would always spawn a 1-up, so you'd basically just go to that part, get the 1-up, exit the level, and then go back in. And then just 1-up farm. So I'd always make sure I stocked back up all the lives that I lost while messing around. Freaking the lava levels were always the ones that get me the most. Those are always the ones where I'd mess up.
Mm.
And then you land on the lava, and it bounces you up with your butt on fire. And you try to land back on the freaking map, but you always miss, so you end up bouncing until you die.
Yeah.
And just hear it, woohoo! Every time he gets freaking burnt. Freaking cracks me up, man. But, that's really cool, though. I got side derailed. I don't remember. I was talking about Reborn. That's right.
Yeah, we're talking about nerdy stuff here, so.
Yeah, it's still nerdy stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
I got sidetracked off the nerdy stuff I was talking about originally.
Oh.
I was trying to remember what it was. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, Reborn. But yeah, so as I was saying, it's not as much having to wait through things as like some other anime, but it's still an older anime. Like I said, I watched this shit 13 years ago.
Jesus.
Yeah, so not as dated as like old school freaking like Dragon Ball or early Naruto and One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, stuff like that, but it's got like early to mid Shippuden animation toward the beginning, and then like the animation just kind of gets better as it goes. but it's still got that
Interesting.
classic. It's got that weird, like, classic mixed with new anime vibes. It's like kind of like somewhere in the middle of like newer animation and classic animation. Like meet somewhere in there, like a fairy tale, like fairy tale level animation.
Mm.
You know, where it's like it's good. It was really good at its time, and it still holds up today. But it's not like as good as some of the stuff coming out today. You know, because some of this stuff has no business being this good. Like, Sentenced to Be a Hero is definitely going to be one of those ones where, like, yeah, it's got a good plot, but I guarantee you there's going to be by its animation. It's like a lot of people say that about, I believe, Solo Leveling. I've heard that a lot about, and Demon Slayer.
Oh.
And while I would argue a little more against it on Solo Leveling, freaking Demon Slayer, I could see it. Because while there is a plot, and it's a good plot with Demon Slayer, it is a very basic plot. Like, there's nothing happening in it where you're just like, oh my god, I didn't expect that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's
Oh
like,
yeah, I got.
oh.
There's I seen a post. I don't know where. I think on Twitter or something or Facebook. People are pissed that what's it called? K-pop Demon Hunters won like great animation movie or whatever
Oh, yeah?
than fucking Demon Slayer Infinity movie
Oh,
or
that's
Infinity
insane.
Castle.
I haven't
Yeah, people are
seen
pissed about that.
either of those two movies yet, but freaking, I know they're both really good, and I am actually really surprised that K-pop Demon Hunters, just based off what I've seen from it and what little bits I've seen from the Infinity Castle
Yeah,
movie,
they're over here,
I'm
dude. How
surprised.
did this fucking garbage win against Demon Slayer?
I wouldn't call it garbage. Damn, they're
No, well,
just
that's what people
mad,
are saying.
you know. Oh, I know
No,
that's what people say.
yeah, I'm just repeating what the people
Oh,
say.
I know, because I know you like it, because I didn't even know you watched it until I was watching you do that Fortnite
I mean, it's
event. You're like,
cool.
oh, this song's from K-pop Demon Hunters.
I mean, I like the songs, the movie is
Yeah.
great, but still,
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
would have that. God.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy. I honestly wouldn't have expected that. That's insane,
Oh no.
man. But you know, it is kind of a popularity contest thing. So I'm assuming it most likely won because of the difference of how they were released. K-pop Demon Hunters was released on a streaming service, Netflix. Everybody was able to watch it. Freaking Demon Slayer still isn't on movie. It still isn't on a streaming service yet. Like, if you like, I believe now you can go on
Actually,
Amazon and you can pay to watch it, but it's not free to
Demon
watch
Slayer
anywhere.
Infinity Castle was the most watched.
Yeah.
Than K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's at least what I heard.
Let's
Even
see.
in HD.
I figured it would be the other way around at the time, considering like the release style. Like I have had plenty of chances to watch K-pop Demon Hunter. I've had 0 chances to watch Demon Slayer yet. I figured just because the one's more easily available, more people would have seen it.
Like before the movie was released, like people leak it and stuff,
Yeah.
leak it in HD and
Yeah.
4K, so more people watched it,
Illegal watches then.
or just literally on anything it's been leaked on before it came out.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's all technically illegal watches. All those leaks
Yeah.
are technically illegal. But freaking even with it all being leaked, I've still seen nothing from it. You know.
Yeah.
That's why I would be big surprised on that. But I can
That's
definitely see why
insane.
people would be in an uproar about that, though, because like I said, just based off the little clips that I've seen from both, like from like the trailers and stuff like that, The animation for freaking Demon Slayer looks way better, but also I'm a little biased when it comes to 2D animation versus 3D animation.
Mm.
So, like, to me, the 2D animation is always going to win out over the 3D animation. And I've seen some crazy good stuff in 3D animation, don't get me wrong. But it just, like, there's certain things that they just can't quite capture the same yet. You know?
Yeah.
Doesn't have the same vibes. And it doesn't look as good as an end result. Like,
Yeah.
so, I can definitely see why people would be mad. Plus, I guess they were probably in the top comparison to beginning with,
Yeah.
just because of the whole demon hunting / slaying aspect. Also, I don't know about specifically the movie, but or like in general, but on Netflix in particularly, freaking K-pop Demon Hunters was their most watched thing in 2025.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it actually surpassed like the Mugen Train movie and stuff like that.
Mm.
Which, be fair, they also didn't get the Infinity Castle movie on Netflix, or I'm sure
Oh, I
that
know.
shit would have fucking stomped it out, in my opinion. Like, I would have watched it for sure, and I still haven't watched
Like the
K-pop Demon Hunter. And
top movie.
I was going to watch it with Alexia, and then I found out the other day she had already watched it. I was like, well, the only reason I wanted to watch it is because you're into K-pop. So I
Oh,
thought that
and
was something we could do together.
wow. That's messed up.
And it turned out she had already watched it. I was like, well, shit. Now it's like, I don't want to sit here and watch it by myself. I'm not into K-pop. I don't even know if I'll like it or not. I've never even actually sat there and really listened to a K-pop song. I don't even know if I rock with K-pop or not.
Yeah.
I love music, so it's more likely I probably am going to like it, but still, you know what I mean? Like, so you mean I gotta venture into this crap on my own? The thing you're into?
Yeah, for real.
It'd be like me making her watch freaking Dragon Ball by herself. I'm sitting there the whole time with her. Which I need to convince her to get back into it, because we left off literally in the middle of the Ginyu part of the Frieza saga. Like, Goku had just showed up and started fighting Ginyu and stuff.
Mm.
I already took out, Birder, and Jace ran
Yeah.
off like a little bitch,
Yeah.
like, and it was after several episodes of me just hearing her be like, well, why is it taking so long for Goku to get there? She was like, it took them like 3 episodes for Krillin and Bulma and Gohan to get from Earth to Namek. Why is it taking like 20 for Goku? But it's like I need her to see the rest of it, especially because she really rocked with Dragon Ball, like the original. Like we watched that all the way through. She got really emotional. She was so upset. I was not expecting this. She got so upset when Krillin died.
Oh, I mean, everybody did, bro.
Yeah, I don't
But
know, but like, listen, up until that point, I there was no inclination from her at all that she even liked Krill. I had no idea she even liked Krillin as a character, bro.
wow.
Like, I couldn't tell, but then whenever that scene happened, she got so upset.
Skyrim.
Hmm?
Skyrim or what?
Yeah.
Why does it look so weird?
What do you mean?
We're down there. And...
Oh. He's talking about my UI.
Oh, you can move your
Yeah.
UI around.
No, I have a modded UI that looks
Ah,
more better than
yeah,
the original.
I got you.
So the health bar and the stamina bars on the bottom left.
Mm-hmm.
Looks cool.
I gotcha.
The whole UI has changed too.
Oh yeah, just entire user interface overhaul mod.
Yep.
Hell yeah. I like that. They have mods available for console for Skyrim and freaking Fallout 4. Honestly, like it, it's cool that they ventured into that because for a long time, man, console players were really missing out on some really cool shit.
Yeah.
And more games need to start doing that.
I mean, that means they still, I don't know. I mean, there's some things PC mods can't get put on console, of course.
Yeah, yeah. We're still missing out on some things, but the fact that they have any at all now, and there's still like really cool things we
Yeah,
can get
there's still pretty cool
for
like mods
console.
on console.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like just
For
the fact of
Skyrim,
that.
for any Elder Scrolls or Fallout.
Yeah, and it's because they allow the mod support as the developers, and I'm 100% here for that. Like more
Yeah.
game companies need to start doing that. Like especially after your game's been out a while and people are modding the hell out of it to play it. Like, come on, you get more console people back in your game adding mod
Like
support.
in Skyrim, they changed the whole modding thing. Well, Bethesda did.
Yeah,
Well, for anything like Fallout or any other scrolls, it's not called mods anymore. It's called I think it's called creations.
yeah.
They call it creations now. So when you go into it, some people are actually verified
Mhm. I know
from
for
from Bethesda.
I know from
Like these
for
are actually
Fallout 4 specifically. There's some like the mods available you actually have to pay for. Like they have them basically
oh
as
yeah, there's
licensed
someone here too,
DLC, essentially. Like
which is
it's
pretty
like
cool.
what was it? The one Fallout 4 mod, Fallout Miami. I still haven't played that one yet, but freaking um like it looked really cool. I honestly, when I first saw the trailer for it, I thought it was a legit game. I didn't realize it was a freaking fully verified mod made by somebody else. That Bethesda was like, yeah, bro, freaking let's charge people for that shit. That's beautiful.
Oh no,
Looks like a real
right?
expansion.
It really does. They do it
Yeah.
on here too on Skyrim.
Yeah, they got some of the mod
hmm
expansions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder what's going to be available when Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas remasters come out.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
wonder
they
if they're
finally
gonna.
added a mod for Starfield.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I still haven't played Starfield. I want to, but like
Cause
I've
yeah, cause I
only
loaded it
heard
up
bad
and was
things
like, I
about
wonder
it.
if they added mods finally yet. Cause
So
when it came out,
is
of
it
course,
good?
it didn't have mods.
By the
The
way,
game?
yeah, Starfield. What's your opinion on it?
Uh,
I've only heard bad things about it, and most
I
of the
haven't
things I heard of it
played
is it's
a
called
lot of
Load
it.
Screen Simulator.
I haven't played a lot of it, but my dad has played a lot of it.
Okay.
But
Like
it's all right. I like the
I,
space. I
yeah,
like space games.
I like space games too. I definitely want to check it out, but like I said, I just mostly just only heard negative things from like my friends that usually don't really talk crap about games. Were talking crap about that game. That's why I was like, ooh,
I mean, it's
I
not
don't know.
bad.
Like I've
It's
basically
pretty
just been
fun
waiting
at some points.
for a chance to either play it for free or get it like really cheap. I was just like, after hearing all that stuff, I was just like, I guess I'm not gonna pay full price for that. If there's a chance I might hate it, but the biggest complaint that they had is every single one of them called it load screen simulator. Like it was not one of them
Uh,
didn't say like they said there's so many load screens in the game. It's like everything you got to do load screen, load screen, load screen, load
okay, I
screen.
wouldn't say that.
So that's why I was
Like
like,
I
ooh,
don't get instantaneous fucking loading screens when I play.
yeah. That was their big complaint. It's just too many load screens. And like a lot of having to go back and forth through areas that force you into load screens.
Uh,
from what I heard. Like, anytime you're trying to get certain things done, it's just like you gotta go through this load screen, and then you gotta go through this load screen, and then you gotta go through this load screen. But, like I said, I still have to check it out for myself, but it's just gonna be one of those things that I wait to either find it really cheap or for free. Like,
The mods are kind of meh. I'm not gonna lie.
are they?
Yeah.
Nothing
I mean,
exciting.
I don't know. I don't know when the mods came out for Starfield.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure people are still adding more, but funny thing is, what I like about it is you can play as like a straight up an anime character.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, not like a race or anything. You just get it's a suit that you can get.
Okay.
It's just an anime character.
That's pretty
It
cool.
was funny.
Yeah, like I said, it was definitely like it was a game that I was originally hyped up for, but I didn't have the money at the time. And then after hearing all the negative crap, when I did have the chance to buy it, I was just like, let me look at some other games.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like, and I normally don't let negative reviews from other people turn me away from things, because there's like been a few movies, in fact, that I liked that like my friends and stuff, a lot of people hated on, like freaking Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I actually really rock with that movie. I like that movie a lot. A lot of people I know freaking hate the movie. Say it's
Oh
one
no,
of the
I
worst
liked
Marvel
it.
movies ever made. I was like, what do you mean? I definitely could name off a few other Marvel movies that I didn't like as much. And it's just like, it's just differences of opinions on things. Like, I don't hate it, but my least favorite Marvel movie is Captain America Winter Soldier.
Oh.
Like, it is literally my least favorite one. Like, out of all of them, I think that one's the most boring.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's a lot that goes on, and it's really good and important for the plot of, like, everything going forward, but at the same time, like, compared to everything else Marvel-wise coming out at the time, it was so damn boring. Another one up there is Thor: The Dark World. While I rock with that movie, freaking out of all the Thor movies, it's the most boring.
Yeah.
You know? But it also
Yeah.
has some of the best moments, too. Like, there's some great moments, like Loki faking his death and all of that.
Yeah.
You know? Loki's freaking reaction to his mom being killed, basically, because of what he did. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, really, a lot of Loki moments, really, be honest, come from that movie. But, also our first fucking run-in with an Infinity Stone, really, technically. Because the
Mm-hmm.
ether thing they deal with in there, that's the reality stone. So,
Yep.
freaking, like, it was a very important movie, but, it's still not one of the best. And I definitely would say Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness was better than that. And honestly, I liked the whole thing going on with Wanda. Like, a lot of people were kind of, like, confused about what was going on, why she was suddenly, like, in a villainous position there. But I was like, well, that's what y'all get for not watching freaking WandaVision, son, because I was freaking all for it. I was like, bro, if you realize what happened, like, she got a whole family, everything was perfect. Her life was the way she wanted it to be, and that all got torn away from her. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Her kids that, she had in this alternate reality that she created as kind of like a safe place for herself, they're gone. Like, she doesn't have them anymore. She was trying to, search a freaking multiverse essentially to find replacement kids, and honestly,
Mm-hmm.
like, I feel like if she didn't get pushed to the point where she was, she could have very well got her happy ending. I'm just saying, like, yeah, the stuff she was doing was some, like, forbidden magic crap, but she was innocently, honestly, in my opinion, searching the multiverse for replacement versions of her kids who lost their mom. Like, there would have been a win-win for them. They lost their mom, she lost her kids. They need a mom, she needs kids. Yeah. Yeah, it was bad that she was trying to take American Chavez's power and stuff to be able to do it. But, like, come on now. Like, I'm sure they could have worked something out together. Like, maybe it would have been like, hey, well, what if instead of you taking this girl's powers, what if we just train her to use them, and then we find, this version of your kids that lost their mom, you know? Like, 'cause they're sure they exist in the universe somewhere, but then also, we find out that about incursions and things like that, so big sad for her in reality, because at the end of the day, like, she wouldn't be able to live with them in their universe or have them with her in her universe, because them being from a different universe is what is going to cause an incursion to happen that could wipe out either universe due to them having things in it that don't belong. And then, like, I feel like they threw out that whole freaking plot line with some of the newer stuff, honestly, because, like, unless we're going to be having more incursion events happen or something like that going forward with these other people coming from their universes, like the Fantastic Four, for example. They come from a whole different Earth than the one that the rest of the Marvel universe, cinematic universe, takes place in. And it was like, the end of their movie, and I believe it was an end credit scene for one of the Thunderbolts or something like that. Was their ship coming into our universe, So, like, isn't that gonna cause an incursion? Ooh. Fucking, what's up with Strange's eye, bro? That's, bro gets a fucking random eye at the end of a movie. We really hear nothing about it from them.
Oh no.
There's things that can go down. So, like I said, the moral of this is, like, just watch stuff for yourself and form your own opinion. Don't let other people form your opinions for you. And it's weird that I allowed such a thing to happen with Starfield, but, hey, it happened, and I'll still play it one day. Like, I'm still planning to play it one day to get my own opinion on it. It's just due to the, some people's whose opinions I hold in high regard, I was a little like, let me wait this one out type situation.
I don't
And
care
who
about
knows,
anybody's opinions about games.
And who knows, maybe that's just how it was at launch. Like, some games were horrible at launch and are way better now. Like,
I hear somebody say, like, oh, this game's like fucking shit, bro. It's like, oh, what you talking about? This shit's awesome.
Yeah.
I fucking love this game.
Well, we had some experiences with that with Borderlands 4, actually, recently. Like, a lot of people were hating on it and having a lot of issues. Like, I don't know. I wasn't having any of these issues. I'm not saying we didn't have any issues at all, because we definitely came across interesting shit that happened, for sure.
Hey, I might not like it, but I still play it and I have fun with it.
Yeah.
Like, pretty rare for me. I'm actually, like, happy to expect the new shit that's coming out. Yeah. Like the bounty pack, the new DLC pack, story.
And I'm so glad
the new character, bro. I'm so, like, happy, dude. I'm excited.
Yeah, man. And also, like, I'm excited that you're going to actually get to experience that shit, because I was so upset, man. Like,
oh, same.
Because I was like, excited to go through this journey with you as this shit came out, and then your account got stolen, and I'm like, no!
I'm like, oh!
Son of a bitch, bro got robbed, like, big time. Didn't just get his account robbed, he got robbed of life experiences. Like, when that DLC comes out, we're going to be one of the first people to play it, because we have that freaking season pass, so we're just going to have it.
Yeah, we got the biggest fucking edition of Borderlands.
Yeah, we're gonna get it all, son.
Yeah.
Like, I'm hyped, and you still haven't got to try out, like, the new raid boss or anything yet, right?
Oh, I have the fucking whatever his name, Doom Reaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have, and that Bloom Reaper. Yeah, I got to
experience the madness. Huh?
Whatever 6. I forgot what it's called.
Ultimate Volcano 6.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Now I get to freaking experience it because I got my account back. Let's go!
Yeah. I didn't even know that you'd done that already.
Yeah.
I would have been down to join you for that. because I had to do it solo the first time. I was big sad. Nobody else was
Oh,
playing
yeah.
anymore, and you had your account stolen. So I was like, damn.
Now that I got my account back, I can finally experience things.
Hell yeah. I'm about it, bro. And you got hell divers now too. We have to do
Yep.
some hell diving. Freaking, you finally found a character that you really, really rock with and are super good with in Marvel Rivals. I'm happy about that. Freaking, because I'm not gonna lie, last night was probably some of the most fun I'd have in Marvel Rivals in a very long time, and maybe
Oh,
period.
yeah.
I'll be 100% honest.
Oh,
Like,
definitely.
like last night was fun as hell, and you weren't up earlier, but I actually played a few matches with B Gamer this morning, and oh my god, we had so much fucking fun. I gotta go in and like make a clip or something from like I gotta have the fight clipped out. So not only did I get a selfie as Deadpool with over half of their team from me actually getting KOs on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But 5 times in a row, Cat. And oh my god, was she so mad because she kept coming at me. 5 times in a row, this rogue, bro. Every time she show up, I just kill her. Selfie.
Hell yeah.
It just, add insult to injury right there. And
Oh,
so,
yeah.
because I was doing them right after, so every time she watched her kill cam, it's just selfie.
Yep.
Yeah, it was great. And B Gamer's like, man, you don't want to be poking that bear. Oh, I wanted to poke that bear. And then frickin' B Gamer got this epic dunk as Jeff, bro. Listen, the only person who escaped his ult was Human Torch. He got almost the entire team.
Oh, wow.
He got 5 out of 6 people in his ult and spit them all. Not a single, like, the angle he spit them at, none of them got back up. Bro got a
Wow.
fucking penta.
That's crazy. That's sick.
And I was like, hell yeah, bro. And I killed the Human Torch while he was doing that. It was like, he took the rest of the team. I killed the Human Torch, and basically the strategists were holding point most of that match. It was just me and him holding it down. Like, when we looked at our end stats, I had the MVP on that match. Like, whenever we got to the end, I was like, oh, where's my MVP at? I was like, how do you know you have MVP? I was like, trust me.
Trust.
It's like, if you saw all the selfies I was taking, you would understand. Like, I was collecting bodies, okay? I was trying to get their whole team, but a few of their members kept escaping me, or like somebody else would actually get like the final blow on them, and then if you don't get the final blow, you can't make the selfie.
Mm.
So I'd be so upset. It's like, damn, I had them so low, somebody else killed them. Because I still needed, like, I'd gotten their Groot, their Cloak and Dagger, their Rogue, their Human Torch, right? And all I needed left was, I believe they had a Spider-Man on their team and a Magneto. And I could not get a selfie with them to save my life. Somebody else was always killing them. I was like, why? I almost got the whole team. That would have been great. Great one. It was like, not only did I piss Rogue off, for sure, like to the point where she rage quit. But, man, that freaking would have been so great if I had a selfie in the match with every member of their team,
Yeah.
And one part was hilarious because I was taking the selfie with Rogue, and I could see Groot actively trying to take me out. Like, he wasted his ult on me. Because when you're taking the selfie as Deadpool, you're invincible. You don't take any damage.
Oh, I know that.
And I thought it was just for during the camera snap that you'd be invincible, right? No, it's the whole process. Him lining up the picture and everything. You're invincible for that whole thing.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah, I was like, bro, that's sick. I like it. I like it a lot. And freaking, I worked really hard. Finally got my highlight in one of the matches to be a selfie, because I was honestly upset my highlight in that match wasn't one of those selfies with Rogue. I was like, man, I had several different instances, 5 of them in a row, in fact, of taking selfies with her, and not one of them were in my highlights. My highlight was me fucking killing the Human Torch, and it ended before the damn selfie got snapped. So I was like, damn. But a few matches later, I think it was actually the last match we played, I finally got that selfie freaking for my highlight. First selfie
Heck
I got
yeah.
on somebody was on another Deadpool. But that was a vengeance one, 'cause he did the same thing to me, like, right before it. I was like, oh, that bastard. Vendetta. Had to get my selfie in. And then after that, it started the addiction. The only thing I don't like about it, it's the same button as the damn upgrade thing, and you gotta be, like, standing at a certain angle to be able to see it. So, like, there'll be some times where, like, instinctively I'll go to press it after killing somebody to try to do the little selfie thing, but, like, because I'm not close enough to their body yet, it just pulls up the stupid-ass upgrade book. Which I honestly don't think that upgrade book should be able to... They need to do something about it. It shouldn't be able to open up in the middle of combat if you've already picked all the upgrades. Because it takes so long to close, hitting the button again to close it. Versus, like, if you're in combat and you accidentally open it when you have an upgrade... You know, you can just click real quick and then bam, it's closed and now you're more powerful. Right? But like once you hit max and you've already got all the upgrades, should not be able to accidentally open that crap. And I know it's probably just a me problem due to my fat ass fingers hitting both the trigger and the button at the same time. But still an annoyance, you know.
Yeah.
But I wish would be taken care of. And actually, after this podcast, probably just gonna play a little Rivals before bed because it was getting pretty late. I was gonna do Arc Raiders and then Rivals, but I think tomorrow I'm gonna start off finishing off the Rising Tides DLC, and then I'll do some Arc Raiders and then finish the night off with Rivals. But definitely gonna be getting more into Rivals because freaking I want to get some characters to champion now. Yeah, I got new goals. And my old characters that are Lord I can play as again without feeling guilty because, you know, I'm already Lord as them. So it's like, there's something beyond. There's several somethings beyond now.
People are hating the new ranking system.
Are they? I'm fucking loving the new ranking system. It's got me excited.
Yeah, because people are saying it takes way too long to get the champion. It takes like 300 hours on one character just to get the champion.
Yeah, but also that's if you're bad at the character.
That's true.
Because, you know, people are saying the same thing about Lord, is, oh, you gotta do freaking 100 hours, get a character Lord, or whatever. It's like, yeah, if you're just going off of how much score you get from playtime alone as the character, if you're actually doing their challenges, and, like, if you're good at the character, you don't even have to worry about doing the challenges, because you'll be doing them as you're playing, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, hell, it's only been a day. I'm already freaking, like, past level 5 with Gambit and freaking Deadpool. They just, you know, Deadpool just came out yesterday.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Or the day before, I mean.
Rivals has made a new update. I don't know. I think it was on Twitter. I think they tweeted out something about the updates for PC players. The update was they're going to take away or ban anybody that's going to do Lord farming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because there's
a lot of people on PC that Lord farms.
Yeah. So Nathan was telling me about that. I didn't know this was a thing. So apparently there's whole Discords where people are setting up matches that one team will throw so the other team can Lord farm. And then they take turns doing this with each other. So, and, you know, you get, like, in-game currency and shit that, like, you know, you can buy skins and shit with from completing these new challenges because they added a lot more rewards into them.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I can see why that would be a big issue. And also, you know, that's cheating, bro. Like, play the fucking game.
It is.
Like, actually do the character, man. Like, come on now. So I can see why would be doing.
So they're going to ban people, whoever Lord farms.
Yeah. People initially...
Or champion farm.
Yeah. People that are intentionally setting up these things.
And I'm just seeing comments. I love console.
Right?
I'm on console. I love console.
right?
Yep.
For real. Yeah, because we don't do that shit on console.
Yeah, we don't.
We just play the fucking game, bro. Like, why you gotta cheat? So it's just like, you know, I like the concept of the Festival of Universe on Dragon Ball Xenoverse. What I hate is that some of the rewards that to get them, you literally gonna have to have like 4 or 5 people playing your fucking account.
Mm-hmm.
Because the people that are getting those rewards, it's not because they're better than you, it's because they don't have to worry about when they go to sleep, because when they go to sleep, somebody else picks up the controller and keeps going.
Yeah.
So they're getting unfathomable amounts of points that you can never keep up with. Like, trust me, I tried. I put in hardcore
It's just
hours.
not fair.
I got into the top 10, but everybody who was above me, they all had the one thing in common. They had at least 2 people playing their account. It's like, you telling me I put in freaking, like, 17 hours worth of streaming a day, and I can't keep up with these fucking people. You know, that's ridiculous. And I was doing very efficient fucking point farms. You know, you were in there for some of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and constantly. You know, and I was catching up to these people, but every time I go to sleep, I'd go get dropped down from like the top 5 to back down to the bottom of the top 10. Every time I'd go to sleep. It's like, fuck, man. This is just crap, and I hate that stuff, man. And I feel
Same.
like, personally, like, they should take the same stance that people are taking with Lord Farmers and Marvel Rivals and Xenoverse with that. Like, people, like, you should be able to be like, okay, ain't no human way possible somebody's continuously playing their account for a fucking week straight.
Oh yeah.
Or in that case, 6 weeks straight. Like, they would be dead. If they have that much playtime in, you should fucking put a ban on them, or limit how many points you can get in a day, to make it fair for everyone.
Oh yeah.
You know, because that would really nip it in the bud right there, as if you limited the amount of points you could get in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Because then, you know, as long as you're getting the max points every day, like, everybody could get the reward at that point. You know?
Exactly.
And it would incentivize more people to play. Like, there's a lot of people that, you know, they actually lose players during these Festival of Universes just because people are just like, oh, well, I'm gonna play for like a little bit to do this, and then like I'm gone the rest of the day, because what's the point? Like, I got enough points to get my rewards that I can get, you know? Like, that's all that's
Yeah.
worth doing. You know, it's not worth sitting there and grinding this stuff out just to like try to get a really good reward.
Exactly.
Like, the only thing at that point is just to try to make your universe win. That's it. Like, then there's really no real incentivization for that either, because like, ooh, we get a gold symbol thing instead of a silver symbol thing. Everybody still gets the thing though. It's not like it does anything special. It's just a look that nobody fucking uses because they look ugly as hell.
True.
Like, yeah, and then the thing that actually looks good, the thing that people would want, only one person gets. And that one person, I
Mm-hmm.
guarantee you, every time is either cheating or they have multiple people playing their account. Which I believe they cracked down on all the people that were hacking their points or whatever. Because not the last festival, but the one that I actually played, the one that was before that. I heard that from a lot of people that they were mad at certain people that won previously, and that those people got penalized for cheating because they were basically hacking their numbers in.
Wow.
Like, they had a program going on that was allowing them to get more points than what was possible in a day.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, they nipped that in the butt, but then those same people are like at the top of the leaderboard again, but not because they were cheating this time, but because they got other people to play their account with them. And like, that really just isn't fair for everybody else
Mm-hmm.
who has to put in the time and the work themselves. But other than that, the only other thing I don't rock with is like modders. But there is a modding thing that I can rock with, and I think all games should honestly encourage it. I understand why some games don't, but like if you're not going to ban the people for it, make it available for everybody else. All I'm saying, and that is cosmetic mods.
Oh yeah,
Like
cosmetic mods are like I like those.
Yeah, if it doesn't actually like influence the game, like it's not going to give you any actual edge. All it does is change how you look. That should be allowed.
Yes.
Like, why the hell can't I get fucking Super Saiyan 3 Rose hair? But I can see other people who got it modded into the game, and you didn't. Obviously, you're not banning these people because I see them everywhere. So if you're not gonna do anything about it, let everybody do it. Shit.
For real.
Yeah. Or add the items officially into the game.
Well, all right.
Like don't give these people a reason to mod. Not to mod. Like just put the shit in yourself. Obviously, if people are modding it so much, they want it. It's just like those people that it's modded that they get the perfect QQ bangs to give you +6 to everything. But like, I'm honestly surprised we haven't got a freaking level 7 QQ bang that is +6 to everything. Like the items that you could use to make it. Like make you have to grind it out in like expert missions or for TP medals or something.
Yeah, we don't even have I don't even think we have a 7-star item in Xenoverse.
Nope, 6 is the highest, and it's those.
Nope. Like there's 7 Dragon Balls, bro.
Yeah.
Like, where's our 7-star item at?
You're kind of spitting right now, bro. You know what you are. We got 7 stars on our Dragon Balls. Where's our 7 stars on our items? I fucking agree.
Like, what the hell, Xenoverse?
We got a few 6-star items. Where's our 7-star items? You know what? I'm for it. And while they're at it, make some like stupid powerful finishers. Make them cost like 700 key or some shit.
Oh yeah.
We got finisher. We got freaking ultimates that can use your whole entire key bar. Why not have some that have like a set amount of like really high damage? Maybe execute like make an upgraded version of freaking Gigantic Roar.
Make some more races.
Oh yeah. You know what? Like give us offshoot races too. Like I
want to be an android.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Give us this fucking. That's exactly where I was going, actually, Kat. I was saying, give us offshoot as humans that's cyborgs. Give us freaking more Majin. Like not just the gooey Majin Buu type Majin. Like give us the freaking ones from Daima. Like there's so many different races that we could have. We could have the freaking metal people. From like the Vegeta and stuff from like the Tournament of Power, or freaking give us the damn fucking what was that planet? Yardranians. Give us the fucking Yardranians, bro. And there's another big race, but it just like slipped my mind. Fucking like we could do hits race, whatever the hell we could find out what that is.
Oh,
finally.
hits, yeah.
Like. Freaking
shit, even the fucking furry race.
Yeah.
God destruction is.
Yeah. Or
fox.
Yeah. Or even we could get the other races from the other universes too. Yeah. Hell, even in Dragon Ball on Earth, there's a race that we don't have. The freaking animal people.
Oh yeah. I want to play as Oolong. I want to be a pig, bro.
Where's our animal people? Like,
I hope angel race.
I hope we get more. Angel race, or at least a half angel, like a.
Yeah, true, a half.
Yeah, because Mirrors is still an angel, but he doesn't have his angelic duties anymore. He's now a regular mortal with angel powers. So like we could have that same situation go on. We could be like call them fallen angels or something.
You know what, Xenoverse, hire us.
Yeah, we got you. We would make y'all some money.
Exactly. We'll probably even make the game even better.
Yeah. So. We keep y'all been milking this stuff for like 10 years almost. We could get you to milk the next one even longer. And just keep you flowing for days and not have any more DLCs that are like, yeah, we're getting some cool moves out of, but the rest of the DLC is kind of disappointing.
True.
You know, like I rock with the concept of that newest DLC, but like the whole dating sim thing with Broly and Sheila is kind of weird to be able to get moves that you
That's
have to do
yeah.
that.
I've seen clips and it's pretty weird.
Yeah, see? So like,
Give us some new transformations
yeah, no,
for
no, for
different
all the
races.
races. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, to be fair, there's still some ones we'd want for Saiyans too. Don't forget about them. Like we
Yeah,
definitely
like
want
fucking
fucking
legendary Super Saiyan, bro.
yeah,
Super Saiyan
or
Rose.
Rose, freaking Akari form. You know, Broly's whole thing.
Exactly.
Freaking and then like all the other races. Cyborg race, make it a transformation. Make turning into a cyborg a freaking transformation. Make it a special one because you know you normally have to activate your transformation. Make it still take up your transformation slot, but make it automatically activate at the start of the battle.
I know.
And, you know,
Give us multi transformations. That'd be fucking cool.
oh yeah,
Because I keep seeing on YouTube, I keep seeing these mods for transformations where you go Super Saiyan, then you just press the button again. You go Super Saiyan 2, like specific key to go to that level.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
all like
and
Super Saiyan is. Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3.
yeah,
Give us more
yeah,
of that.
yeah.
Give us all of it. Just a big transformation like that, all the way to Ultra Instinct.
Honestly, and I'm actually surprised with Ultra Instinct that we only got that one version of it. I think they should rework Ultra Instinct, and the level we have now should be Sign, and then we should be able to go from Sign to Omen, you know, which is the form we have, and then it should actually give stat boosts. The fuck you mean we got Ultra Instinct that's supposed to put our character at like the peak fucking physical ability of what they can do, and like, or really even beyond physical, like that's supposed to be like their absolute peak, and you're telling me they get 0 stat boost for this?
Oh, no, right?
You know, like I'm pretty sure in that anime Goku's Kamehamehas and Ultra Instinct were way stronger than his freaking Super Saiyan Blue ones. Why is it not
I
like that
know,
in the
for real.
game? Why is Super Saiyan Blue stronger than Ultra Instinct? You know, and yeah, cool, they
Exactly.
give us like a dodge thing, but that cost our stam. It's not like it's freaking the
That's
end
true.
all be all, right? And yeah, you get that little like counter attack thing, but you gotta time that right. And it's not like it does crazy amounts of damage or anything, or that it's inescapable even. You know, they still warp out
Give
of it.
us some Ultra Instinct stuff
You know,
that actually Goku usually.
we,
Like that
we,
one
yeah.
charge that Ultra Instinct Goku uses.
Oh yeah,
I think it was called Surging Spirit. I don't remember what it was called.
yeah, that thing's freaking
Give us
pretty
for our
OP.
people.
Yeah, or hell, we should be able to get outside of Crystal Raid battles. We should be able to use Darkness Mixer. I feel like maybe not
For
in
real.
PvP because that would be too broken for PvP. But for like parallel quest, you telling me I can't use that shit in parallel quest? Who am I screwing over in this parallel quest? I'm fighting fucking bots.
Oh, no, right?
Let me use all my moves. You know. And like you said with the other fucking races need transformations. Hell, no, Mechians can get freaking whatever the hell Piccolo's freaking
Oh,
enhanced form is, and
gigantification.
oh, they haven't gigantification, but
I know
like
that, but
he's got two new
his
forms.
orange.
You know,
I don't know what this is called.
he's got the you know Piccolo Super Saiyan equivalent where his skin kind of turns yellow, and then he's got
Yeah.
the freaking orange Piccolo. You know, like that's two new levels. Why is that not available for
I
the
know, we got a
Namekians?
beast for the Saiyans. Wow.
Yeah,
Why didn't we get
hell,
Orange Piccolo for the
Beast is
Namekians?
available for every race. That's the crazy part too.
That's true.
Like, we need more transformations like that. Like, we got Beast and Potential Unleashed. That's it. Like, we need more universal transformation.
Oh,
Freaking.
don't forget Ultra Instinct. Ultra Instinct also
Oh
you can
yeah,
use for
yeah,
everybody.
yeah. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah,
Because
so
Ultra Instinct's not like a Saiyan thing. It's like an everybody thing if you're
Yeah.
powerful enough.
exactly. But still, we get more things like that. Need to be added. For sure. Frickin' the Majins with Daima coming out, I'm surprised they didn't get a frickin' false Super Saiyan 3 transformation. That thing that frickin' Majin Buu does.
Oh, no, right? Majin Buu went fucking Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah, bro. Like, where's that for them? Like, all they get is we can all turn into Kid Buu. Also, I think the freaking females need a unique transformation for them. And so do the males. I think the males need a Super Buu transformation, specifically. Give them, like, a Super Buu form, where instead of being fat, now they're buff. You know? And then for the females, just give them, like, give them Bomi's transformation. Screw it. Give them Android 21's transformation. Like, you know, they could work with that. And then they can make a version of Android 21 that can transform.
Oh, no, right?
Give a Super Saiyan 4. Both versions. Fuck it. Give a
Daima
Super Saiyan
and
4,
regular.
Daima and GT.
Yeah.
Like, make it an option. Make it the same transformation. You know, like freaking Super Saiyan male and female. It's the same transformation. It's just aesthetics are different.
Yes.
You know? And it could be like that. Just Super Saiyan 4 Daima and GT, like same power up, does the same stuff. Make it for Strike Supers. Because we don't have a fucking Strike Super fucking transformation on Saiyans. So make it for Strike Supers. And freaking give us a look option so people can choose their preferred look.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking Frieza's race. Freaking, you know, I know it's only in the manga, but screw it. Give us the black transformation. Give us the metal transformation for Frieza race. Also, stop calling them Frieza race. You guys established in Xenoverse 1 that it was called Frost Demons. Should have changed by Xenoverse 2. Why is it still called Frieza race? Frieza's race doesn't even like him. The guy specifically says that among the Frost Demons, that Frieza, Cooler, and his father, King Cold, are mutations, and that their whole race isn't evil like that. That's just the power that came with their mutation made them like that.
Yeah.
Which is actually why the backstory for my Frieza race character, Aizen, is that he was created by the rest of their race to actually save them from Cold, Cooler, and Frieza. He was made to kill those three.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I got backstories for all my characters.
Hell yeah.
Well, when I played originally, I didn't have internet either, so it's like, what else I was gonna do other than make up backstories for all my characters?
Yeah.
You know? It's like, I didn't even have anybody to play the game with, so fucking make it more fun for myself. And I gave them story arcs, bro. I gave them story arcs.
You fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. Freaking, speaking of which, so, there's, with the Dragon Ball anniversary coming up, they're supposed to be announcing a new game, right?
Yay.
Do you think they're going to finally announce the Xenoverse 3?
Oh, probably not.
Yeah, probably. But I think there's more chances that they announce a Xenoverse 3 than a Sparking Zero 2. That, which is what everybody's saying what they're going to announce. I was like, why would they do that? It doesn't even make any effing sense at all that they would make a Sparking Zero 2.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
first
right?
off, it wouldn't be called Sparking Zero 2, because Sparking Zero is just the fourth installment of their version of Tenkaichi. Okay?
Yeah.
Because we had Tenkaichi 1, 2, and 3. They had Sparking, Sparking Neo, and Sparking Meteor. Sparking Zero is just the next one after that, so it'd be called Sparking something
People
else.
are like, some people are saying, oh, they should add a creational characters, like your own character. I'm like,
Oh,
are
yeah.
you fucking dumb?
Yeah.
This is a game where you play as the characters.
Yeah, bro. That's the whole
Go
point.
play Xenoverse.
Yeah. Yeah, they have that
This is
game. It's called
a
Xenoverse.
yeah. Budokai Tenkaichi is supposed to be a game you're supposed to play as the characters.
Right? It's not a fighting / RPG game. It is a fighting game. Right? Xenoverse is fighting / RPG, hence character
Yes.
customization. And they did give us somewhat character customization because there's outfits and shit you can select, and freaking there's certain outfits that you can buy from the shop that change moves.
That's true.
You know, yeah, it's not the full customization people would want, but it's still more than what you'd normally get in a fighting game. Shit. Like I got that one outfit for Android 18 that changes her one move into a Destructo disc.
I know, right?
And I got the ones for Goku and Frieza that change their freaking little punch move into like an actual regular move. That's not just a little collision punch that they had. I forgot what the hell they called it, but they both have the same move.
Hmm.
It's just, it's from that scene when in Super where Gold Frieza and Blue Goku collided, punching each other in the face at the same time. Freaking, I forgot what the hell that punch was called. They called it something in the game. It's been forever since I played it. I like beat most of the storylines and then haven't played it since. Last time I played it's when they had that Broly event going on, and I probably wasn't number one by the end of it, but on the first day I got to number one because I beat him in freaking less than 30 seconds.
Nice.
Yeah. Beat his ass with fucking Gogeta.
Nice.
I put the brakes on him. Alright? And that was like an extra hard version of Broly too. Like his AI was like beyond the hardest difficulties AI. It wasn't the first time like that I beat him either. In that speed. Like that was like maybe my 20th time fighting him. When I finally beat him at that speed. Like I got better with each fight. The first fight he beat my ass, he won. Like I fucking didn't even, because I didn't even go in with Gogeta because they had like the little freaking thingy. Right? So like I had a fuse to Gogeta. The first time because I picked Goku and Vegeta separately so I could get that extra health to fight him with, and then that last time I just said screw it and I just picked Gogeta. That way I could just be Gogeta from the start, and apparently that was the better move because that was the fastest time that I had on beating him. But then I also heard that the reason they never brought back another event like that is because I guess on PC there was a lot of people modding to one-shot him. So I know I didn't end up with number one at the end, but because there was people that were beating him in like 2 seconds because of mods.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, you probably couldn't even perfected the combo that I pulled on him any better. Like that's probably the fastest you could have like humanly actually beat him. Because my record was like 27 point something seconds. And like I didn't mess up once. Like I had fucking perfect vanishes, fucking counters, all that shit. And just full comboed him into my ult. But like things like that, are nice to like get people back into the game also. But also they need to hurry up and give all these characters that they promised us out. Like that's another reason I've been waiting for them to add more characters. And I own it on PC, so like my PC doesn't run it the best anyway. Like I have to run it on like super low graphics and shit.
Oh.
Which sucks. It really does. But I still had fun playing the game, and I was still like, there's a lot of people like old Budokai Tenkaichi 3 purists that don't rock with it, but I still have the same vibes that I had, playing it before. But I won't have those same vibes going back into it, I know, because of all the balance changes they made for PvP, which is stupid.
Mm,
Like, it's not like it's a fucking normal fighting game anyway. Tenkaichi games / the Sparking games have always been unbalanced. They were always made you, like, feel like that character, like the amount of power you put out, like that felt realistically exchanged, right?
yeah.
And when you would beat these certain stronger characters with these weaker characters, you'd feel really good about it because you got to put in that work with that skill, And now it's like, no,
Mm-hmm.
they kind of balance everybody out. They nerf certain lower characters and things like that. And I'm all cool for that for online ranked stuff, right? But don't make it affect the PvE side of the game. Don't make it like the people that are playing the story. You screwed a lot of those people over with that stuff. You know?
Oh yeah.
Like, and it also, took away some of the fun because now they're not gonna. And what I mean by screwed, like, obviously it didn't make it to where you can't beat the things. In fact, it might be even easier to beat it now because their characters are more balanced with each other. So it might be easier for you to beat the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
But freaking, they're not gonna have that same experience. Like, I know how they did it after the first week. So there's one experience that people got robbed from. They're not gonna get that experience of that satisfaction of finally beating Grade 8 Vegeta. And like, because the
Mm.
version they have now isn't hard at all. You don't have this motherfucker just staying on your ass, just destroying you and making you have to come up with strategies and shit because you got this very big skill gap and this great ape just stomping your ass and constantly barraging you with fucking Gallic guns and mouth blasts.
For real.
You know? Like, and then, now you can actually just fight it around and get it done. You don't have to do the whole solar flare run away to charge energy thing or any of that stuff anymore. Like, all the strats that you used to have to do, like, they're no longer a thing, man. It's just because they made it all easier. I also heard that the final fight with Jiren, when you have to fight Ultra Instinct Goku on the Jiren story, is easier now. And that one used to be like a real hard part for people because the Ultra Instinct Goku was definitely was a lot better character than the freaking full power Jiren character was.
Yep.
But now they're more even, so I'm sure people beat that easily, And that goes with other game things too, like RPG, MMO type games. For example, I hate when they nerf builds on characters based off what happens in PvP. There are certain
Mm-hmm.
games, like DC Universe Online, for example, where your PvP crap and your PvE crap are completely separate. You have different equipment, your moves do different things. Like, you'll read the description, it says, does this in PvE, does this in PvP. That should be standard for all MMOs. Like,
Mm.
fucking, especially going in 2026, we shouldn't have no damn MMOs where your PvE and your PvP use the same damn exact moves. Because then there's always going to be something that was really good and really helped for PvE, right? That is going to be broken in PvP. That's always going to happen.
Oh yeah.
Because the things you fight in PvE, while it doesn't have the brain of a human and the skill of a human, it's got way more health. It's got way more damage it outputs. you know? Like, it
Yeah,
does
it
not
does.
normal shit. And you make it harder for those PvE people because, like, there's some games that you used to be able to do certain things solo on, but now you have to do it with a full group because they nerfed it for PvP. So now all the classes can't do anything solo, and you guys got to work together now. And that sucks if you don't have friends. Might as well not even play the game then. you know, and that turns people away. Or like, I love Elder Scrolls Online, right? Like, I played the hell out of it. I got fucking a couple thousand hours in that game. But I quit playing it because I got tired of them not only constantly nerfing and buffing armor sets, like all the time, like every 2 months, like certain sets would get buffed and certain sets would get nerfed, and then they would flip them around like every 2 months, and then when they'd add a new set, the new set would be broken and they'd nerf other sets, you know. So it's like you just felt like you're constantly farming armor because they also would limit your space. So like you'd go farm up your new set, but you'd have to make space, so you'd have to get rid of your old set. But then, like a couple months from now this set's fucking useless, and the set that you just got rid of, it's good again. So it's like now I gotta go refarm that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I hate that whole system, man. Like, I feel like, you should think about your balancing shit before you put that stuff out. Like, test it out a little bit. That's another thing
For
that
real.
happens a lot. We don't have beta testers, it seems like real good beta tests anymore for games. They just leave it in the hands of us random players. We don't even get paid for it. We make your game better, and we see zero of the fucking profit from it. It's just because they're being cheap. They don't want to pay people to beta test their games and make sure it works anymore. Like, I used to get good little bits of money when I was a teenager because, like, PlayStation, for example, used to give you offers to beta test certain things. Like, I got to test out God of War Ascension in the PvP. Like, I actually got paid for freaking helping find bugs with, like, the traps and stuff like that. And it's like if you actually find things, you'd get paid for it. Otherwise, it's just, hey, you got to play the game early. You know? But you'd actually work with these people, and like that set you up for later. And it used to be a career path. Like, you used to be able to be like, oh, hey, I'm good at games. Now I can go get hired by this game company to play their games for them before they come out and make sure they work properly. You know? And now you don't really have any of that. And you got people releasing unfinished games and then everybody complaining about it because this should have been tested and worked out ahead of time. And not just on the best systems either, because you know what people are going to be using things on. You need to test it on everything. You need to have from like the lowest possible end that could play this on a computer to the highest possible end, because that could have avoided the PC conflict on Borderlands 4. Like, the big thing with... There's still people complaining about it that I know they haven't tried to play the game since because other PC users are like, hey, it works just fine now because they fixed it, but that shit should have been optimized from the beginning. And they wouldn't have had all the backlash that they have now. Like, I'm really just so upset about that because they dropped the ball so hard on what could have been the best Borderlands yet. And now some people are just going to not experience that because, A, the thing we talked about earlier, where people let other people's freaking opinions on things influence their opinion, you know? And B, the fact that these people straight up did release the game unfinished after telling us that they finished it and were releasing it early. Like, at least let people know, hey, it's not finished, or, be like, hey, this is early access. That's the best way to get away with it. Okay?
Yep.
Early access. Man, more games need to take this lesson from Pocket Pair. That's all I'm saying. Freaking, what was it, like 2-3 years of early access for Foul World? Now it's officially finally getting finished up.
Yeah.
Right? And the game's running better than ever. Because they actually were working
Yep.
on it and listening to people and doing what all game companies should do. And not charging an arm and a leg for their game. That's another thing. That game is fucking amazing and it's only $30.
Oh yeah.
You know? But no, these are quadruple A games, and they need to be $70, and because we're wasting money hiring people that say they know what they're doing and are overcharging us, but then fucking aren't figuring it out by the end of the day. And like I said, I love Borderlands 4. I definitely want to play some more of it. In fact, I keep looking at it every day, like, man, I need to start playing it some more before I want to get my
Yeah.
characters all like higher freaking specialization before the DLC comes out and stuff,
Yeah.
and get all my characters to Ultimate Vault Hunter 6, because the only one who's Ultimate Vault Hunter 6 right now is my Harlow. I still got to get my Rafa, my Vex, and my Aemon into Ultimate Vault Hunter 6. You know, and like I want to do more
Yeah.
streams for that, but like there was a fat minute where like, you know, the state of the game, like while I was still rocking with it, like besides you, all my other friends were not wanting to play the game anymore, and you couldn't play it because your account got stolen.
Mhm.
So it was like, you know, I stopped playing it because like I really, other than just doing side quests and stuff, didn't have much else left to do. That was another thing too about Borderlands 4. Most of my enjoyment has actually been from exploring and doing the side quests. To be honest,
Uh-huh.
like a lot of those side quests are really well done, and I feel like a lot of people ruin the game for themselves just speeding through it in the beginning. That's also why we came across a lot of people complaining about how high some of the levels of some of the enemies are, because they didn't do any of the side crap and they just rushed through the story. And they were trying to get people to take a step back and actually enjoy the game, so they had that system involved, which they could have done better about it, because don't get me wrong, that led into some other problems that I'm going to bring up here in a minute, but it was really cool that if you progress through the story too fast, the enemies would start to overlevel you to a point where it'd be like, hey, go do some side content real quick. You know? Like, you
Mhm.
know those 80,000 side quests you passed on the way here? Do a few of those. You don't even gotta do them all. Just do like 2 or 3. The level will get back down to where you are.
For real.
But what it messes up though is, and they still really need to fix this. I feel like actually I haven't checked to see if they have. I've been reading all the patch notes and they haven't addressed it yet. So I'm assuming they didn't. But when you start a brand new character, you should be able to explore the whole map. You shouldn't be stuck to the very, very early beginning character. And I'm not talking like the new like level 1 characters. I'm talking when you beat the
Talking about the
game
level
and
30.
you get to start level 30 with the game beat. But because the game's already beat and you're level 30, fucking anybody outside that very tight-knit little circle around the first safe house, that's the only place where there's enemies near your level. Everything past that's going to be 3+ higher levels. And the farther out you get, like if you go to Carcadia Burn as soon as you make a character, you're going to come across level 40 people at level 30.
Mhm.
Which, with the general mobs, you can still take those down when they're under level, but when you come across like the world bosses and shit, might as well not even attempt it.
For
Because they're
real.
going to be even more levels higher than you. I came across one world boss that was 19 levels higher than my level 40 character. Why am I fighting a level 59 fucking world boss? I can't even get past level 50.
Oh, no, right? I wonder if they're gonna add, or up
Um,
the
the level
level.
cap?
Probably not.
Oh,
Yeah.
they will. They will. Because that's always like the trend in Borderlands. But
Hopefully, when they add the new story DLC.
that's exactly what it does. Because I already see in the comments every time they make a new update on Borderlands, because I'm subscribed to them on YouTube. I see their little posts, and I always look at the comments, and the top comments are always like, "Where's new information on the DLC? When are you raising the level cap?"
I mean, yeah, I don't mind being level 50. I want to pass level 50, please.
Yeah,
I hate staying level 50.
yeah, no. And that's the thing though, that they always do this in Borderlands. It's like all the story DLC always comes with level cap increases. That's been their thing since Borderlands 1.
Hmm.
Like, level, it's always when the game first released. That's why people are like, what's the level cap going to be when you start the game? I was like, bro, why even ask? It's going to be 50. It's always 50. It's always 50. Borderlands 1, 50. Borderlands 2, 50.
50.
Pre-sequel, 50. 3, 50. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, 50. No, actually 40 in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. They never upped the cap on that one. But they also never gave a story DLC.
That's true.
And it's
I just
also
wonder what
not
I just wonder what the
Borderlands,
level cap's going to be
technically.
now in Borderlands 4.
I feel like I hope.
Because in Borderlands 1, the level cap was level 69.
Hmm. And two,
Borderlands 3 was 72.
Yeah, and 2 it was 72 until they added the Fight for Sanctuary DLC right before 3 came out, and
You
now
get to
it's
level
80.
80, I think.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
80 now. And then in pre-sequel it's 69 also.
I wonder what it is going to be in Borderlands 4.
Yeah. I'm hoping at least 72 again.
100.
80 would be a really good one,
The
though.
first level 100 Borderlands game.
I mean, that'd actually be neat, actually. But I hope they add more level increases. Like, I hope they do it closer to Borderlands 1 and 2, where we got, like, 7-ish levels per level cap increase, versus the weird-ass shit we got in Borderlands 3. I don't know if you're around for whenever they first started increasing level caps in Borderlands 3, but our first level cap increase, we went from level 50 to 53. We got 3 fucking levels. Woo.
Wow.
Yeah. And they,
Yeah, I wasn't there.
every time they increased the level cap, they did it in such small increments that it made us mad. Because, like, I don't mind having to refarm my gear, but don't make me have to refarm my gear every couple months. Like, come on. Man. Like, I spent a long time getting this gear at my level, and then you're gonna be like, yeah, and now you gotta get it 3 levels higher. And now you gotta get it 4 levels higher. And now like, it's just, they very slowly went up. Until the last one. The last one was the big one. Where they jumped from, like, I think, like, 62 to fucking 72. Something like that.
Wow.
They jumped from low 60s to low 70s. Or, 72, which is the level cap.
Damn. Yeah, I wasn't there for that. I came back when the level cap was 72.
Well, that's good. Be glad. And
Well,
also
I'm pretty sure I did play when they were doing that. I just didn't get to that level. I was still like the low tens.
I gotcha. Yeah, see, for some reason, I don't remember what happened in between 57 and 72. Like, as far as, I just remember being annoyed by their low level of cap increases until we got into the 60s, and it jumped from 60 to 72. But the first 2 was ridiculous, because the first one we went from 50 to 53, and the second one we went from 53 to 57. Like, ooh, +3 and +4. I believe the first level cap increase we got in Borderlands 2 took us from 50 to 57. Or something like
Wow.
that. It was a lot closer to 60. Because we only got 2, well, technically we got 3 level cap increases in Borderlands 2. But before that last one that came fucking 7 years later, which is why that one's always a weird one for me. But, like, they only had 2 increases, And actually, now that I think about it, I think it might have been 10 and 12. Like, I think the first one took you from 50 to 60, and the second one took you from 60 to 72. And then they added the OP levels, of course. Which are also now higher. Because now, instead of just going to OP8, we go to OP10.
Yep.
And I liked that whole system. And honestly, like, don't get me wrong, I like the specialization system, but I wish it was universal between all the characters. Like, cool, you got a cap of 700 and all that, but it takes so fucking long to get these things, and you want me to do it on all of my characters?
Oh, I know, right?
Like, that takes, like, honestly, I would have more builds in Borderlands 4 than I have in 3 because of the build diversity if it wasn't for the fact of how long it takes to get a new character ready to make a build. And hell, if I could have it to where, like, there was a separate thing where I could save gear sets that wouldn't impact my fucking inventory or my bank space.
Mm-hmm.
And where I could just switch, to these freaking different builds, then, I wouldn't have a need to make all those characters. But as it stands, as I like making multiple of the characters also, if that we can just have the build set up on them. I just don't like that, like, for in game you need specialization levels. Like it's not even a fucking
Yeah.
like unless you're using modded equipment, you need specialization levels because you're not gonna be able to keep up stat wise, right?
Mhm.
And it takes so long getting those specialization levels.
Yeah, it does.
It's like you feel like you're putting in work, and there's no good way to grind. Like there's not a single grind in that game that feels good doing it. Like other ones, there was fun grinds. Like hell, in Borderlands 3, we got the scrap traps. That's the best fucking XP farm ever. Not only is it fun, and you get to beat up Claptrap, but you get worthwhile XP, and it's really fast. Like no mods or anything. 2 hours, you can level up a character from 1 to fucking max level with that shit.
Mhm.
So, like, why isn't there anything like that in 4? It's like they listened to us on so many things and gave us so many things they wanted on 4, but then they forgot about all the crap we already liked that we have. You know?
Yeah.
And like we apparently somewhere around when this the second bounty pack or whatever comes out, we're supposed to be getting pearlescence added to Borderlands 4. But other
Yeah.
than that, I'm really hoping because they're supposed to be super rare. I'm hoping they're worth it this time. Because in Borderlands 2 and in Borderlands 1, while the pearlescence were really cool and all, there was like maybe 2 that were worth it. You know? And it's like, cool, I got a pearlescent. Why is it worse than my legendary?
Well, no.
You know,
It's
like
crazy.
make rarities feel worth it again. Like I know they were trying to make all the rarities feel good and usable in this one, but that also defeats the purpose of like rarity scales. Like if it's harder to find, it should be better to use. That should just be a period subject. Like freaking I understand why they did what they did with the purples and the legendaries, but they also, in my opinion, unless they increase the stats of the legendaries, defeats the purpose of them.
Mhm.
Like they need to increase like the damage and stuff on all the legendaries across the board, in my opinion, because otherwise you can find a purple equivalent that's probably better because it's gonna have the similar, if not the same, damage and fire rate and accuracy, all that shit. But then it's also going to have a possible better combination of abilities because it's not stuck with that legendary effect taking up one of its slots. And that would also be okay if all of those legendary slots were worth them taking up one of those 4 slots. And also, all the legendaries should drop with 4 slots. Especially at max level. Same thing with the purples. I'm tired of finding these purples with only like 2 abilities on them. And same with the legendaries. Legendaries got like the legendary perk plus something.
Mhm.
You know, it's like where the hell's the rest of my legendary? Y'all promised us crazy gun combinations that apparently aren't existing. You know? Just stuff like that.
Yep.
Also, so that's about it as far as like the gaming stuff I wanted to talk about. Really just
Yeah.
kind of at the point to wrap it up right now. It kicked me from the room also, even though I
Oh, because the
clicked the
server.
crash or whatever.
Yeah, it crashed. Just like a time limit for the server, apparently.
Okay, yeah. So, you know, we ran out of time for that anyway, yapping our butts off here. So, I will say I'm not going to make any promises, but I'm going to try to my best because there were things I also wanted to cover that are coming out. Like, well, it's already all out now, so I really need to get working on it. I want to cover the final season of Stranger Things. Okay. But I also want to cover that new series that's out, the Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. Okay. The new, set in the same world as Game of Thrones, but like 100 years before or whatever. It's about that one
Mhm.
badass knight from that scene, the little flashback scene toward the end of Game of Thrones. It's supposed to be like his story. Right?
Uh,
and I guess it's out now, like the first episode or whatever. So I want to check that out because that shit looks good. I'm definitely interested in it. I'm gonna try to finish season 1 of Fear In and whatever. Like there's one episode of season 2 out now, so I'm gonna try to get caught up on that so I can cover it and give my honest opinion on it. And get farther in some Reborn, of course. But also I want to start that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Like I want to rewatch season 1 and get farther.
Oh yeah.
Like because
And I'm down to watch it with you.
Yeah, and because I don't know when the new season's
Like
coming
you
out,
watched.
but I know it's supposed to be soon, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down to watch that with you, like you watched Fire Force with me.
Yeah, I'm down, son.
Get your reactions.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, I don't think your reaction's gonna be as good as mine, though.
No, God, no. No, my favorite reaction still from that Fire Force watch through with you. It comes from that Shinra show fight. The bro's just not even teleporting; he's just spawning. Like I fucking loved that reaction. That shit was fucking great, bro. But I don't know. It depends on what happens. I might have some insane reactions sometimes.
Maybe.
Because, like, you only got a few of my first time reactions because the only thing I hadn't seen yet was the first half of season 3 when we were watching it. And, like, you know, honestly, in that first half of season 3, like, other than, like, a couple fights, it wasn't too crazy. You know?
Yeah.
I honestly, watching that, could see why some people were disappointed by the first half of season 3 of Fire Force. But then, like, because we just watched them recently, I thought about the first half of season 1 and season 2, and I was like, oh, this is par for course. The second half's gonna be fucking insane. Like, that's just Fire Force. First half of the season, good, but if you compare it to the last half of the previous season, meh. But those last halves of the season are always just fucking banger episode after banger episode. It's like we got all the explanation and exposition out of the way. It's time for the fights.
Yep.
You know, it's like time for shit to get deep, son.
For real.
So, you know, I'm excited about all that. So, last thing to talk about then, since I didn't get to it last week, and I was about to not get to it this week, because I forgot about it literally till right this second. Fallout! TV series. Let's go. Okay, so, we're in New Vegas now, okay? We're chasing down old girl's dad, all that good stuff, okay? We're getting way deeper into the Ghoul's character, and his backstory of what happened previously. As we approach a little bit of some familiar territory, the actual New Vegas part of New Vegas, we show up and we get that there's a gang of ghouls and stuff from Fallout New Vegas, where like they're all Elvis Presley impersonators, right? Well, you know, in the beginning of the episode, we get a bunch of them, but they're all feral.
Oh.
Yeah. So we have my favorite fucking Fallout song, with a big iron on his hip, starts playing as freaking. Then my mind blanked out on her name. Like the main little character girl, right? Vault. We're just gonna call her Vault Girl right now.
Lucy, I think.
Yeah. Yes. Lucy. Okay, so Lucy is at this point addicted to Buff Out because she got, you know, literally put up on a cross in the previous episode, like crucified by the Legion, and the ghoul had to save her. Well, he took her to the NCR. And those two people that he found, the NCR holdouts, they patched her up, but they also had her on like a 3-day drip of Buff Out. So she got addicted to Buff Out, right? And like she's like talking about how she feels weird, like she wants to throw up and her skin's itchy everywhere, but like it feels like something's inside her skin making it itchy. And he's like, "Oh, I know that all too well." She's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Oh, you're addicted to drugs." He's just like, how do you know? He said, because I'm addicted to drugs. Right? And he said, you got two ways of going about this. You can either fight it out, throw it up, and suffer for the next couple days, or he fucking pulls some buff out of his pocket, or just do more drugs. So they loaded up on a bunch of guns that those NCR holdouts gave them, and she's high off her ass on buff out, and is like, all right, let's get to it. And she just starts marking all these fucking Elvis impersonator ghouls, right, to Big Iron on his hip. I was like, dude, I fucking love this scene. It was the best. And like she started off doing her normal like crippling them shit, right? Like she tries to do like not killing people, but then she's like, "Oh, they're just feral ghouls, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then she just starts fucking headshots, bro. I was like, "Oh, damn, girl, all right. I thought you was a bad shot this whole time. No, you were just really not trying to hurt people." Like she was just fucking on point, just pop, 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 man. So, you know, she's riding that high. She's all fucking hyped. They walk into New Vegas. Dog Meat gets scared and runs away. And you're like, huh? You hear a little bit of growling. The ghoul starts getting nervous, right? And she's like, what? Whatever it is, we can take on this thing, you know? It's like, just tell me where the weak spot is. I'll shoot it. Just as a fucking death claw comes bursting through the fucking door. And when it stands up, its shoulders start to break the ceiling above the door. I'm like,
Oh my god.
girl, you don't even know. And that's where the episode ends. But I was just covering their part separately because like it kind of had some other parts in between it, right? Which were with the Maximus character, right? So he's facing the repercussions of taking out Paladin Xander, right? And he actually had the ghoul guy that used Thaddeus, who used to be like his little caddy type guy earlier on in the show, who ended up accidentally getting turned into a ghoul. He found him, right? And the reason he had to kill Xander is because he was about to kill him and the ghoul kids that were working with him. But like, you know, Max was like, "No, hey, they're just children." And he's like, "No, they're little abominations." You know, like that's when they had that whole thing I talked about a couple podcasts ago, where he was like, "Let's get all the smooth skins on this side and all the creepy abomination kids on this side. Now all the smooth skin kids. This is an important part of the game. Close your eyes. You don't want to see what happens next." I was like, it's so fucked up. And honestly, for a second, thought they were about to have him kill all those kids, but no, Maximus, my boy, takes the super sledge and dents this motherfucker's head in, bro. And at first, I was like, you know, why did Maximus not take his power armor out, right? Then I realized that Maximus just had Thaddeus getting that power armor, because I'm pretty sure Bro's dented-ass helmet power armor was useless at that point. And it wasn't like a dent, like he fully caved his head in. Like there would have been mush inside that helmet.
Wow.
Like that shit was brutal looking. I was like, damn, son. And we got to see a Super Sledge live action. I'm about it. Right? But, so, he's coming back to deal with the repercussions. Thaddeus is all nervous as hell because he's trying to act like Xander, and all the other leaders from the other factions of Brotherhood of Steel are all over here trying to, like, influence him to, like, join them and, like, make a deal with the Commonwealth and shit like that, right? And he's just trying to play it off like he's actually Xander instead of Thaddeus, and he's like sweating inside the fucking power armor and shit, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Maximus has to go tell the Elder what he did, and of course the Elder tries to kill him. He originally was gonna kill the Elder, but he couldn't pull the trigger because like he kept remembering like growing up, like the Elder's the one that saved him and stuff like that. But the Elder fucking started shooting at his ass. And he locks him in a fucking room with no escape. And I thought that he was gonna get, because he had this one friend that like they're kinda his friend, but there were some situations that they ran into where their friend kind of screwed them over earlier on in like season 1. So, but like season 2, they seem to be better friends because like they're telling each other shit that they definitely shouldn't be telling each other.
Yeah.
But so I thought they were gonna screw him over again because they stole the cold fusion device, right? and that
Mm-hmm.
kind of started like the whole Brotherhood fighting each other because they all thought the other one stole it, right? Well, at the end, they give Maximus the fucking little thing and tells him to fucking run, get out of it with him. And he's like, "Why are you actually helping me? I thought you would have tried to turn me in." And after, based off what happened before with us, I said, "Well, because you're the only person in here who's not a complete asshole." I was like, "You know what? Fair. To be honest, fair, son." Honestly, all the reasons you needed. That was about it. And unfortunately, in this newest episode, too, by the way, we didn't get any Maximus parts. It was just Lucy and the Ghoul,
Mm.
right? And Lucy's brother. We did get a little bit of Lucy's brother in this episode. Actually, motherfucker tries to kill Lucy's brother in this episode. Fucking Norm, who's played by I forgot the actor's name, but you ever watch Hannah Montana?
A long time ago.
Rico,
Oh.
that little fucking kid that had all the money and all the fucking like concession stands and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his actor is playing her brother, Norm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I also don't know his name, but freaking he's a character that at first me and Alexia didn't like from Desperate Housewives when I was watching that shit with her, right? Which I thought I was gonna hate it, to be honest, when she had me watch that with her, but I actually freaking got just about as into it as her. So it's fucking. And like, there's one character that I swear, like, our stability of our relationship might have been lined up with theirs for a minute, because like, they were the closest to us as a couple the way they acted. And there was one part where I thought like some shit was gonna happen. I was like, oh, we about to fight on this, because like, not only is the couple similar to us, but like, the one character Tom, he's my favorite character, and then Linda, his wife, is her favorite character. Right? It's like, man, if shit was about to go down the way I thought it was about to go down, we was probably about to fight about their ideas. But no, it ended up happy, and I was like, okay, cool. We didn't have to get in that confrontation. Because I guarantee you, she would have. I said the wrong name. It wasn't Linda. It's Lynette. So I know she would have sided with Lynette in the situation, and I was definitely siding with my boy Tom. Because like, come on now. Like, first off, like, when the situation that was going on, this was some shit from before they were even together. Right, and bro was just trying to do good by his daughter, but his daughter was just fucked up, bro. But, well, thankfully, they got a good end situation with that, and, like, Lynette was able to show Tom what his daughter was doing, and he was upset by it, of course, but he sent her to go live with her grandparents after that. Because the girl was blaming her mom for him dying, or blaming Lynette for her mom dying and trying to ruin her life. While all that was doing was trying to give this girl a fucking better life. It was really fucked up, honestly. Like, it broke her. But anyway.
Wow.
So, there's a couple in there specifically. The guy plays this dentist guy who he did a little something fucked up. He did kill somebody. He killed two somebodies actually in the show. But in his defense, those two people were trying to actively ruin his life. One of them was his mom.
Oh, damn.
Okay, and the other was his ex.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, but like, we didn't like him at first because he seemed like he was gonna fucking kill Bree, right? Who's the lady he ended up involved with in the show. But he ended up being a good character later, so like we both rock with him. But his actor is playing Lucy's dad, Hank. And in this episode, he finds the drug dealer guy that sold Thaddeus the fucking fucked up stim pack that had the ghoulification serum in it.
Mm-hmm.
that turned him into a ghoul in the first place. Well, like at first we see him running off the fusion core that he got from Thaddeus, and he's all excited. He's like dancing, and he's on his way to New Vegas. He gets attacked by a fucking rad roach, which was hilarious, because like the rad roach has him pinned to the ground, and he's just like stabbing the fuck out of it, just die, 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 die. Right? But he ends up running into Hank, and fucking Hank knocks his ass out, and he puts that little chip thing that were working with that kept making people's heads explode. They're supposed to like take over your mind and like freaking basically make you fully under their control. Well, he finally perfected it on that guy. And
Oh, wow.
Like the guy, he was like, you look like a guy that's got a lot of regrets in his life that he'd like to forget. What if I told you all you had to do is offer me control of your life, and I would get rid of the rest of your memories? And the guy freaking took the deal, and now he's got this little fucking thing in the back of his head that tells him what to do. Right? And so Lucy and the ghoul, we pick off from where we left off with the fucking death claw coming through the goddamn wall, right? Fucking absolutely terrifying. The ghoul looks like he's about to shit himself because he gets this flashback from back when he was human and he was in the war. And, like, they got him and his team were dealing with faulty issues with the T-45 power armor that was, like, making it hard for them to move. And they got jumped by a bunch of the Reds, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they took them down in their power armor, and they're all talking shit, and you just hear these roars in the background. Well, it's a fucking Deathclaw comes up and eviscerates their whole squad, and gets in his face and breathes, and then like hears a noise and runs away. And I was like, bro, you know he had to fucking piss himself in that fucking power armor. Fucking Deathclaws are terrifying, and they make them look so good in here. I was worried about how they were gonna look in the live action, to be honest. But they looked so good. But, we got that little bit of a flashback. And she's like, so what's you've killed one of these before, what's the best situation to deal with one of these? And he just looks at her, he says, run. And the fucking, her face goes from excited to, oh, we're fucked, aren't we? Because that's the first time she saw him scared. This whole time, he's been overconfident, he's been a fucking badass. Okay, face to face with a Deathclaw, no power armor, run. Like that's the only option we have. He saw Dog Meat hop through this fucking hole in this wall, and he headed straight for it, bro. He was like, no, we need to get the fuck out of here. Right? And it wasn't just one Deathclaw, by the way. It ended with that one. That's the only one we saw. Well, we begin the episode showing that scene with the Deathclaw standing up again, but then we hear a roar down the street. Another Deathclaw hops on top of a car. Another one comes in through the same entrance they came through. And turns out that whole part of New Vegas, it got deserted because it got taken over by Deathclaws. And I knew that a Deathclaw was going to pop up when they first got there in the previous episode, too, because she picked up a fucking egg, and she was like, whoa, what kind of chicken laid this? She's fucking high as fuck off buff out. She's like, dude, what kind of chicken laid this? And he's like, that's no chicken egg. She's fucking holding the fucking Deathclaw egg. I'm like, oh no. That's not good. That's a not good egg, Lucy. That's what that is. That's how you want to put that down. That's what that is. In fact, you touched it already. It's too late. She's gonna smell you on it and try to kill you for touching her baby. That's what that is. But they did manage to escape, and turns out the hole that they jumped through led straight into Freeside, which was cool. He gave her some caps, told her to go buy some Addictol, because he was not dealing with her needing more drugs, because, like, drugs wore off, and, like, she immediately became, like, a fucking frenzied drug addict. Like, you got more drugs? I could really use some more drugs. Man, I really would like more. You sure you don't have any more drugs on you? Hey, do those guys have drugs? So I was like, immediately, he was like, yeah, you need to go to this store right here. They're gonna have something called a dick doll. Get you some of that, right? Well, she shows up to buy it. Somebody took chalk and slashed through all the prices on everything and turned them like all to like 1,000 caps and plus, right?
Yeah.
Well, she is like, fuck that, and she ends up sneaking inside the building. Well, it turns out that the owner had already got killed, right?
Mhm.
Because she finds a dead body in a barrel, and she's like freaking out, but she finds the dick doll, and she takes that, like puts it in her pocket. But also, as she's walking out, she grabs a fucking power fist, which I don't blame her. I mean, you're already in there robbing it, might as well. Like, if I saw that power fist, I'm like, ooh. Yeah. Right? And while she's on her way out of the store, the guy that killed the owner and was taken over was coming down the stairs, and he was like, "What are you doing?" She's like, nothing. I'm just, I walked in here, and then I found this dead guy, so I was about to leave." And he's like, "Oh, well, he was there when he tried to rob the store. That's what happened." She's like, "Why is he naked then?" "Well, why is it so weird that somebody would try to rob the store naked?" And then you look at him, and you can tell, like, the clothes, like, the guy in the barrel was, like, really skinny. And then if you look at the guy, he was really fat, and the clothes were all stretched out, right? Like, they definitely didn't fit him. You could tell those weren't his clothes.
Yeah.
Right? And she realized, it was like, when he was getting all mad because she was, like, denying that, like, it's possible somebody could have robbed the store naked. That's when she realized, like, oh shit, he robbed the store naked. Took this motherfucker's clothes. And she shoots him. Like, he goes to step at her, and she shoots him in the chest, and she just leaves. I don't blame her. Right? But she meets up with the ghoul, and we got a little more flashback to this, like, important conversation he has with Mr. House, where basically Mr. House explains to him that his wife is the one that's going to set up everything for, like, the end of the world, because the day the bombs are supposed to drop, according to his calculations, or I forgot what date he said, but he said the date at 5:17 a.m. and he's like, "Is there anything important about that date? Why do you look so shocked?" He's like, "I know, you know right now, and why don't you just tell me?" He's like, "What's that date?" And he's like, "That's my daughter's birthday." And he's like, "Yeah, that's what I thought." He's like, "So, you might have been told that I'm going to be the one that drops the bombs, but based off that evidence, And then it shows him getting really drunk and his wife taking care of him, and then him telling her she's going to talk, and that's when we flash back to the future, where he's a ghoul. And Lucy shows up. She's all like, "Hey, how are we going to get here?" And that's when Mr. Drug Dealer shows up, now in a fucking suit with his head all, like, clean shaven, haircut, looking all proper. The only thing that you can even tell about his former self is his teeth are all fucked up. And, like, yellow and shit like that, But, freaking... he came to the ghoul with an offer, because it turns out where Lucy's dad Hank is right now, he's in a secret vault project that actually happens to have his family in it. It's got his wife and his daughter in it. So the offer he sent to him was, "I need you to capture Lucy and bring her home safely, right? So I can finish my work here and keep her safe until it's done. In exchange, I'll make sure that your family stays safe. And if you don't do this, well, who's to say that their cryopods might not accidentally malfunction and start to wake them up early in a process they surely won't survive?" I was like, that's fucking dirty, bro. Using this, and of course, like, this man's whole fucking mission for 200 plus years has been to find his family. And, like, they had the whole scene earlier where, like, he's explaining to Lucy that, like, he searched vault after vault after vault after vault, because it turns out that her vault wasn't the only one that was one of these management vaults that were full of people, but he said every single one of them were either empty or didn't have his family. Right? So, Like he was on the mission to find them. He wants to find his wife and his daughter, right? And
Mm-hmm.
now he's being told, hey, we have your wife and daughter, and all I need you to do is knock my daughter out and take her back home. So he shoots her with a fucking tranq dart, right? And, she's like, I thought we were friends, right? How could you do this? She starts passing out and shit, and right when he's gearing up and looks like he's about to pick her up, she fucking stands up, and she slips that fucking power fist on, and she punches him out the fucking window, saying, I thought we were friends, right? And she passes out after she punches him out the window, but when she does punch him out the window, there's a fucking, like, spike pole thing sticking up. It looked like it used to be a telephone pole that got, like, broken in half or some shit. And he gets fucking impaled on it. And that's when I was talking about, favorite characters who might possibly be dying. He's my favorite character in that show, and I just saw him get impaled at the end of the episode, and I was like, no! Don't fucking tell me, like, bro, I've been so invested in this character. In fact, out of all the characters in the show, I've been most invested in his backstory. Don't tell me this is his end. He better be in the rest of this. Like, there better be some ghoul, fancy bullshit workaround where he's able to get this fucking spike out of his chest and heal from this somehow. Like, I've seen him in horrible situations. I've seen him replace body parts with other body parts. Don't let this be the end of him. I swear to God, if he's legit dead, I'm gonna be so upset. I'm not gonna quit watching the show, but man, am I gonna be upset because he is my favorite character, and I was not expecting that at all. Like, I thought maybe he was just gonna get like fucking hit the ground, be unconscious or something like that, right? No, motherfucker straight gets impaled. I was like, oh shit, bro. And then, of course, we see Lucy start to wake up, and her dad shows up, and the episode ends.
Hmm.
Calls her his little sugar bomb. Right. Also, with Norm, and the reason somebody tries to kill him, which I've been waiting to get into this one. So he woke up everybody in Vault 31 early, right? Which these were all supposed to be the management people that would like slowly get woke up over time and freaking oversee all the experiment in Vault 32 and 33. And he was trying to question this one girl about it, but she tells him, she's only here for a week, and like she was only working for them for like a week already, and like she feels like everybody's crazy and stuff like that. And the only reason she's like telling him and opening up to him is because she like doesn't feel like he's the rest of them. And then like he starts hacking this computer, and that's when she's like, you're not actually Bud's successor, are you? And that's when he's like, how did you know? And she's like, because you're not as crazy as everybody else is. Right? And like they start bonding, but unfortunately, one of the other people overheard their conversation, and when she went to go get them something to drink, because she said, I could really use a drink right now, and he said, I've never actually had one. And she was like, oh, bet, let me go get you drunk for your first time. And so she leaves, and the other guy shows up, rips the cord out of the computer, and tries to strangle him with it. And I don't think he's dead, because at the end, it shows him laying on the floor with the cord around his neck, and he goes, and he fucking, like, gasps air in. So I think he, like, made some space, and, like, like, to where he could still breathe a little bit, but, like, enough to where he'd fall unconscious and make the guy believe he killed him. Because it showed, like, you can see when he's struggling, he, like, shoves a couple of his fingers between his neck and the cord. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think right there, that's what ends up saving him. And then, like, he collapses and passes out. So I'm curious to find out what happens with him next episode for sure. Because, like, he's a really smart character, and he's the first time we actually got to see like how hacking looks in Fallout, like in the games. Like when he hacked the computer, like the same shit happened. So I was like, bro, love that.
Wow.
Love that. I wish hacking in real life was like that. Because I mean, yeah, it'd be bad, but because obviously all the security systems of the world would be the equivalent of shit having to guess the fucking password based off weird context clues and fucking finding the secret factors. And that was the other thing. He was actually going through and finding the secret factors and getting bonus attempts and all that shit. That's when I was like, bro, they did a good job with that. They did a really good job with that. So I'll give them that one. And so far, the show's been freaking amazing. If you guys haven't started it yet, if you've ever even played a Fallout game and enjoyed it, I highly recommend the show. The show is so good, and it actually takes place within the world in a way that doesn't decanonize anything in the games. And like it really feels like they did a good job of implementing the show in as part of the game series. And kind of gives us more or less the canon endings for some of the game activities. Like you can definitely tell that the end of Fallout New Vegas was the House Always Wins ending, based off everything they've been running into. Right? So I'm definitely excited to see how they finish up the season, and I'm assuming they're going to go into more seasons with everything that they have going on. I highly doubt that this season is going to be the final of it. And I kind of hoping that they kind of like set up things to kind of go through like all the other games areas. I think that'd be a cool way to like give us more Easter eggs from some of the other games. And also, that would be a good way for them to bring more hype to their games, because I've definitely noticed a pattern of when Fallout Season 1 came out, a lot more people started playing Fallout 4 and 76 again. And now with this one, with the remasters coming out, set to come out after the final episode airs of the season, by the way. So we already know about that. I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of people after that last episode buying that new Fallout New Vegas remaster. Just so they can, they're probably hyped up for New Vegas again. There's probably people right now, because of the season, honestly, probably playing modded versions of Fallout New Vegas right now.
Yeah.
So that would definitely be good for their franchise to keep the series going, especially with as good as it's been. As long as they can make sure that the story is good and makes sense, it'd definitely be worth keeping going. So far, everything's looked great, but I still ain't seen a super mutant yet. But we did, before the computer cord gets ripped out, when Norm's hacking the computer, we did come across the files for FEV. Which, do you know what that one? Do you remember what that is from Fallout? The forced evolution virus, the thing that made the super mutants and the Nightkin and stuff? Yeah, so he found the files for that on the ghoul's wife's computer. Yeah. So I'm hoping we get to see super mutants soon. Honestly, with us being in New Vegas, we better see a fucking Nightkin. Which, if you guys don't know, in Fallout New Vegas, there's a breed of super mutants that they're all blue and they're addicted to stealth boys. In fact, constant stealth boy usage has made them all schizophrenic. They all have personality disorders. So they hear voices and have an alternate personality. Yay, yay. And I'm here for it. My favorite character in Fallout New Vegas is actually Granny, that you can get, and her alternate personality, who's the murderous one, Leo, who she always talks to. Those are my favorite characters, her and Leo, her alternate personality. So, and they've been bringing in, Victor and stuff like that. Who's not, where's Granny, bro? Bring her in. Granny and Leo. I'm down for it. Or better yet, we could just have her fully devolved into Leo. Make her a serial killer. let Leo take over. I'm gonna see the action. But they better have their bumper sword too. All I'm saying. But I'm here for it though. Like I said, everything else has looked great so far. All the creatures they've introduced have looked freaking amazing. From the rad roaches to the scorpions, the rats, all of it. I mean, we have gotten to see a super mutant in season 1, but all we got to see was part of its shoulder and its arm hanging off of a gurney. and the rest of it was covered up.
Hmm.
So I'm wanting to see a living in action super mutant. Damn it! I mean, we've gotten everything else so far. Also, hints about the Enclave, because House was talking to the Ghoul back before he was the Ghoul, right?
Yeah.
And he was telling them about how, you know, even though everything's set up to go down on your daughter's birthday, I don't think that like it's necessarily your wife's decision. Like there's somebody behind Volt Tech and all these other companies that's all pulling the strings behind the scenes, right?
Mhm.
Right? And I think that's the Enclave.
Uh,
Yeah. And I really hope we get to see more Enclave shit, because we only got a little bit of Enclave stuff in Season 1, and we've gotten 0 Enclave stuff so far in Season 2. So I'm ready for more Enclave. Honestly, I want to see an XO1 power armor. Be real. Like, yeah, I know what it looks like, but I want to see it in live action. Come on now. Like, it's not the same. Gives a different vibe. I want to see it go. But otherwise, like, that pretty much wraps all that stuff up.
Heck yeah.
Freaking, I can't really think of anything else at the moment I want to talk about. I know there's some games and stuff that, like, I've seen some stuff on, but not enough to be able to, like, really have anything meaningful to talk about yet.
Mhm.
Right. So, I'd say this would be a good point to wrap it up, unless you got anything you want to talk about, Alex.
Uh, not really.
All right. Well, in that case, I've been Damionpyro,
I've been chilling, cat.
and this has been our Nerd Talk Live podcast, guys. If you haven't already,
Yeah,
please hit that like and
yeah.
that subscribe button, and go check out ChillenCat_YT on YouTube. Freaking, he's the
Yeah,
boy. He hasn't
yeah.
streamed in a while, but
That's true.
when he does stream, he makes sure to make it entertaining. So definitely go check him out. Give him some love. Hit that subscribe button for him too. Anyway, thank you all, and we shall see you guys next week. And I shall see you guys later for some Marvel Rivals.